What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Salute to the people. What's the word? Take y'all time. Take y'all time. Clean. Listen, take off your shoes on the way in. Take off your shoes on your way in. Get comfortable. Get real comfortable because we in for a conversation today. We in for a conversation today. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody feeling? I know that a lot of y'all just left Cheeky's live. I don't know if he's still live or not, but I know he was live, and I know it was getting crazy over there. So we gonna be civilized here. There'll be no craziness over here. We gonna be calm, cool, and collective. Calm, cool, and collective. What's going on though? What's going on? We gonna have another show. We gonna have another show. We just chilling today, okay? Nothing crazy. Just a calm, cool, collective. Just one of them days. One of them days. Who I got in here? Spence, my guy. What's going on? Spence, you on your 12th? Come on, Spence. You grinding too hard, fam. You got listen. You got to relax. You have got to relax. Okay. They got mad at me because I said there ain't no stopping. You just must keep going, right? Through all of it that exists, you must just keep fighting through, bro. So listen, 12 hours though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hell, Fight Club only go for about 11 hours and about 40 minutes. So you beat me right there, bro. You beat me right there. What's going on though? What's going on? Yeah, we chilling today. I got my guy in here. What's going on? Peter the Investor. Salute to you, family. Salute. Miss Bliss, what's going on? What's going on? The Sosa, I see you in here. Now, I see what's going on. Going on. AL. Now, AL, you listen, you might want to be careful moving down to San Francisco right now. I know you want that 5 million. I know you want that 5 million, but listen, they say all money ain't good money. They say all money ain't good money. What's going on, Furious Styles? What's the word? MS Best. What's up? What's up? I see we got Simone up in here. I don't want no more trouble, but it might be some trouble. I don't know. I don't know. Jordan, what up? See, I got my guy Jordan in here. Melanin swag. What's the word, fam? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I got my people in here. We chilling. We just chilling. Calm down. Nothing too crazy. I just want to have a conversation. I just want to have the conversation. E, what up? E, shout out to E. What's going on, E? So actually, you guys probably noticed my first stream was tripping. So it got cut. So I had to go back and adjust that and start another one. So technical difficulties for the guy that's not in the technical field. So I don't know nothing about tech like that. So you can't blame me. You cannot blame me. So things happen. We just gonna operate on the go. We just gonna operate on the go. That's all we doing. That's all we doing. Now, first is first. How's everybody doing? Is everybody in a good mood? Everybody feeling wonderful? I hope so. I hope so because I'm feeling phenomenal. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just in a space where I'm just pushing through. I'm just grinding through. Just pushing through, just grinding through. That's what I'm doing. Jay Ali, I just told you. Listen. There was a technical difficulty with the other stream, so I just readjusted and shifted back over. Right? Nothing gonna stop the show, except Toxic Don and his evil tendencies. Occasionally, he tries to do such a thing. Yeah, shout out to Peter, the investor, for the cash app. I appreciate you going to the water fund. You make sure you keep us rocking and rolling. So I definitely appreciate you, fam. D, what's going on? Listen. Shout out to the Beano Nation. Everybody know Angry Man is my guy. Me personally, I think when it comes to these monologues, these carrying your show, just his impact, his presence. For me, what I've seen, I think he's the GOAT at that. That's just me. That's just my assessment of him. I just think he's phenomenal at that. There are a lot of other people that are phenomenal as well, but it's just for me. When I watch what he does, to me, his abilities are just amazing. So shout out to AM, shout out to the Beano Nation, shout out to the Toxic Avengers, although they crazy over it when the Toxic land. So and they always live when I can't get around to them, but we gonna pull up on them. Brittany B was on tonight. A word? Yeah, I seen her earlier on Cheeky Show. I didn't know if she was on before that, but yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. That's all I can say. At Brittany B pull up, life is good in my opinion. Life is good. Man, it's been a day though. It's been a day. A couple things I just want to chop it up with you guys, talk about. Maybe review this video that I've been wanting to review. Just have a little fun, but then I want to get to a serious conversation as well. It's what I do. I need a Discord for the Fight Club. Man, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna holler at Cheeky and Sway and see if that's something they're interested in. Those my people. So if y'all want any of this logical stuff done, that's they're a little bit younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an old head to them. So I holler at them and see what they think. And if it's something that they think is beneficial or something they think they can contribute something to, we'll look into it. But I'll definitely put that thought in their ear. So I don't know where Cheeky is right now. I know he just got done streaming for like 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever. So he probably need to relax. He an old man in his heart. He really be sleep. He really be sleep. So trying to be up at 11, 12, 1, 2 a.m. is tough for him. Okay. He an old man. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Every time me and Cheeky get into argument, I'm like, I'm gonna just wait till you old and take your cane away. Yeah, I'm gonna take your cane away and see how much you want to argue then. But yeah, so how's these YouTube streets been treating y'all? How have these YouTube streets been treating y'all? I hear they're a little crazy. I hear they're a little crazy right now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But we gonna be good to y'all today. We're not gonna be too crazy, okay? We're gonna be good to y'all. So first is first, right? We're gonna get right into the stream. I'm not gonna slow grind. We're gonna get right into it. First is first, right? I'm based out in the San Francisco area, right? That's where y'all know me from, right? Now, I keep telling y'all that it's not all rainbows and glitter out here, but y'all don't believe me. Y'all think it is, right? That's your interpretation. Well, it came to my attention that now you guys might be unfamiliar with them, but I do a lot of research when it comes to like business, when it comes to the payment sector, which corporations dominated and things like that. So I study some things, right? I like to be a little bit of the know. I don't like to know everything, but I want to be able to participate in conversations, right? And I'll bow out when necessary, right? But sadly, you guys may not be familiar with him, but his name goes by the name of Bob Lee. Now, this guy here essentially is the founder of Cash App, right? The thing that y'all be saying when hit the Cash App, support the show. Y'all know when people be screaming that, hit the Cash App, support the show. He is one of the guys that is responsible for you guys having that ability. He really changed the game with some of the things he incorporated on how to move money, right? The two big players in these spaces, there are companies that you guys don't really know of because they're not public yet, like Stripe. Stripe is one that's looking to go public. They do a lot of value. But the one that you guys know the most, one of the biggest name primarily is PayPal, which owns Venmo and things like that, right? But when Cash App was introduced, or when Block or Square introduced it, whatever you want to interpret it, they changed the game. The marketing aspect of it, how simplistic it was for you to be able to just type a username and just boom, send money. They changed the game. It's really prevalent in YouTube right now. Really prevalent. But as crazy as it is, my guy AL says he wants to move to San Francisco to get that 5 million. Well, I just want to warn you. Now, this guy right here, AL, if you can see him, that right there is Mr. That right there is Mr. Bob Lee. Okay. Now let me see if I can enhance that a little bit so we can read that together. Now he is worth an estimated roughly somewhere around $10 million. My best guess is he's worth a little north of that, but just put an estimation around 10 million. So he's probably worth a good amount more of it, right? So he lost his life. See, he lost his life and he's worth 10 plus million dollars. So AL, you might want to be careful moving out here because even people like him, an executive, basically, somebody that's worth a lot of money, these rainbow streets of SF, is like y'all like to call it, this man tragically lost his life. So I'll read for you guys what was said, right? So San Francisco police found 43-year-old man with stab wounds and treated him before he later died in the hospital. His father, Rick Lee, confirmed his son, who was also the ex-chief technology officer at Square, had been killed, okay? Officials have been criticized for their response to the wave of violent crime in recent years, and that is very much true. It's very much true. It's very much true because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of businesses leaving out of the Bay. A lot of businesses leaving San Francisco. A lot of it. I talked to a lot of people. I know a lot of people that have left to go to Florida. The prices are insane. Taxes are insane. And so Walgreens, CVS, a lot of those businesses have closed down. They closed down. They're moving out. And it's costing us money in the long run. But San Francisco is really, really tough area to live, not just because the cost of living, but because the lack of control that they have in the city. Coach K, I said the same thing. And most execs do have security. Typically, they get from point A to point B, right? There are some people that I know that are worth a lot of money that are public figures, and they actually walk around by themselves more often than not because San Francisco is not perceived to be such a violent city. Although I tell you the difference, but it's not perceived that way, and it's been gentrified, and a lot of people have been pushed outside of the city. So a lot of people that actually commit crime from the city have been pushed out further. So they're just committing the same crime at a different city. They haven't stopped the crime. They just pushed them out, right? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? So it's very unfortunate for me to read up about this because I was like, wow, man, just imagine. Like, I can understand if you got robbed, shot, but man, stabbed, that's a cold way to go out. To listen, think about it like this. When you get stabbed, right? And I've never been stabbed. I do know some people that have been stabbed. And they still went back to their girl that stabbed them. But that's another story for another day. Think about what's going through your head when you're bleeding. Like, it's not an instant death. It's not instant. You're literally in your head thinking, man, this is it. Like, you have to play all these thoughts in your head. You have to think about possibly living. You have to think about possibly dying. Think about how you can say goodbye to your family, your children, et cetera, et cetera. All those moments are playing through your head. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to know. That's why a lot of people, when they say, I just want to go, they want it fast and quick. They don't want to suffer. They don't want to suffer. So just reading about it, how he was just basically in the city, like, that's crazy to me. It really, really is crazy to read about that because that's not normal. You don't normally hear about executives, people that are worth a lot of money, just in the public and just gone. Been able to be touched, you know what I'm saying? Like, most times you can't get in these spaces. Now, the only people you really can't get to is billionaires. I tell you all the time, billionaires live a different life. They live in a world inside of a world that you guys can't really penetrate. So, but regular people, millionaires, deca millionaires, you know, until you get to about maybe about 50 to 100, $200 million, you're not going to be able to get a different world. You still gonna have to live amongst the people. Okay. So if you're worth anywhere from like $1 to $5 million, you just a regular person. You might have more money than people. You just one of the regular people. So that's just the truth. You ain't really getting private security in a life like that. It's just different. It's just different. So when I was reading about it, I thought it was crazy. Now, here's the thing, right? They took him actually. So let me just read it to you guys so that way you guys get an understanding. So they responded around 2 o'clock, 2:35 local time, which that means that's Pacific, right? They found Mr. Lee unconscious on the ground with 2 stab wounds to his chest. 2 stab wounds to his chest, right? So if you're talking about 2 stab wounds to your chest, what that means is like you had to get awfully close to him. You had to get really, really close to him. And that means he either didn't identify the danger, could have been a friend, could have been something else, or could have been random. Could have been a random person. Look, San Francisco got a lot of homeless people, a lot of weird, a lot of mentally deranged people. So nobody really knows specifics yet. But only 2 stab wounds. Have you guys seen that video? And I've seen it. I think I've seen it one time. I forgot where I seen it at, but there was this guy. He walked in on his girl, basically getting smashed right in front of him, and he stabbed her like 50 times. And then he tried to stab the other guy that was in there, but the other guy twisted out and ran out of the room. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that video, but the other guy, he got off the girl because they was doing their thing, and he tried to get the guy. The guy squared about the room, and he went to the woman and just started striking her like 50 times. Like that video was extremely visual. That was crazy. Like he was just like, it's like he lost his mind. And for me, it kind of gives some credence to the passionate, like a crime of passion, because he really went to work on her. It was crazy. But just to have 2 stab wounds and you done, think about it, man. Your life is over with 2 stab. Most people get stabbed a bunch of times and survive, but 2 of them, and it was over. Man, it's a cold, cold world we living in. It's a cold, cold world we living in. They took him to the hospital. They took him to General Hospital, right? Damn, I think that hospital is named after Zuckerberg. I think it's Zuckerberg General Hospital because I think he put his name on that hospital. But it's just really unfortunate. And people writing on Facebook, goodbye to him and stuff like that. It's just really sad. It's really sad. But just to give y'all a sense of his impact, Cash App is generating right there. It says they're generating somewhere like $30 billion. $30 freaking $billion that he is responsible for help generate. That's a lot of money. And he was working on another thing. He was working on like a wallet in which it was so secure that they can use in these other spaces. And it's just unfortunate that his work will not come to fruition, at least within him be able to see it. I'm sure people that worked on a project with him will keep pushing, and this will give them deeper motivation. But just to know he's gone like that, man, for me, it was pretty sad, right? Because you guys don't typically read about this type of stuff about San Francisco. Let's just be honest. It's not normal. It's not something you guys typically read about San Francisco. Let's just be honest. There's not a lot of homicides. It says there was like 56 homicides in 2021 and 2022. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but I just know the majority of the homicides that exist are outside of San Francisco because a lot of people have been pushed out of it. So when you guys read about other areas, the Stocktons, a place like Stockton is crazy, but the places like that, that's because a lot of people have been pushed outside of the city because of gentrification, and it kind of lowers the amount of crime, at least violent crime. But now we have an uptick of theft, an uptick of robbery. So are they still train robbing in San Francisco? Robert, be honest with you, Rob, it happens more in Oakland, California. Yeah, they vicious out in Oakland. The women will do you dirty. The women will rob you on those trains. But SF is more chill unless you go into the wrong area. But like I said, most people have been pushed out. But Oakland is where they get you on them trains, bro. No lie. Once you start getting out past Oakland, it's ugly out there, bro. It really, really is. Don't just come to the city thinking you're gonna have your little, rainbow and glitter. It's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. I know you think it will, but it will not work like that at all. Shout out to my guy, this Shake Channel 415 in the building says, I know who people travel to the city just to do crime. Facts. Facts. They look, come on, bro. You know how they do. They gonna pull up in the city and dip out back to Antioch. Antioch is heavy right now with that. So let's just be honest. Sorry, I got sounds in the background. Probably somebody getting alerted to a crime in the area. Well, I wouldn't say this area, but going to a crime. But yeah, bro, that's how they moving. You know how I go. People think they know, but they really don't know. So I just feel for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sad story, and I would like to see the specifics of why it happened. If it was just like a random thing, which would make it even worse. I shouldn't say that. Maybe you feel better if it's random that you don't feel it's targeted, right? But I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine what he could have done to deserve that. But I'm not saying that it's just sad, man. Let's just say that. So, also for you guys, there was this video that I just wanted to respond to because I'm just I like responding to videos and reacting to them from time to time. No matter what happens, it's just fun. It's just a little fun. So, do y'all mind if we look over a video and we just react to it just for a little fun, just for a little fun, just a little bit before we have to get so serious because YouTube is where the seriousness is, right? Just a tad bit, just a tad bit. This is a video I want to look over. You guys probably have seen it, but I haven't had a chance to look at the whole video, right? Just a little bit, just a little bit. Now, it's all a little fun. You guys are familiar with. Let me see. Make sure I got a good. Let me see. Can I get the right quality on these videos, man? They be trying to do me. Let me make sure I got the good quality on these video. There we go. Yeah. There we go. So we're gonna review this video because I found a little bit of it interesting. And so we're gonna talk about it and then we're gonna get into what we really came here for, the real conversation. You guys are familiar with the lady that goes as Kendra G. She runs a YouTube channel, she runs an Instagram, she's pretty popular in these dating streams, right? And people meet people online, right? And this video came across me and I said, oh, let's take a look at it. So if you guys don't mind, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't mind. Some of y'all from the Beano Nation, Toxic Avengers, fight. It's all a little fun, just a little fun. But I just want to hear what she got to say. So make sure you keep an open mind, okay? Keep an open mind. Black Trump said they bipping in Oakland SF, no doubt. It started out here. Everybody know the bipping started in let's start. Some people that really know where bipping really started from, like I know where it really started at. But I'm not about to argue with no people that's down south or in New York. I'm not arguing with y'all if y'all don't know where bipping started from. We ain't about to argue. But those that know, they know. And I ain't gonna even get into an argument with people, but those that know, they know. So shout out to you because it looked like you in the know. Looks like you in the know. So somebody said Kendra look crazy. Do she? I don't think she look crazy, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she looks crazy. Don't judge a book by its cover. Men, you supposed to like a woman for her personality, okay? Stop being so caught up in their looks. Yeah, Dynamite Dave don't know what bipping is, then he ain't in the know. So don't get caught up on a woman's look. We need to value them for their minds, for their personality, okay? So this is what this video is for. Don't focus on how she looks. Focus on the personality. So let's hear what a beautiful, lovely, beautiful mind that this woman has. Okay, let's listen to it and see how beautiful her mind is.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, sweetheart. What's your name, honey?
My name's Neslin.
Neslin. Where are you calling us from?
I'm in Texas.
Texas, Neslin.
Yeah.
Texas. What part of Texas?
I'm in the Woodlands area.
Woodlands. Okay. Do you have any kids?
I have a daughter, yes.
How's your daughter? How old is your daughter? Huh?
She's 5 years old.
5 years old. Have you ever been married?
I have, yeah. I was married for 7 years.
Oh, why did you get divorced?
Because men cheat.
No, well, okay.
No. Every answer is always gotta be because men cheat. I swear, you can't make that stuff up. But let me just ask y'all: do y'all like her hair? I don't know. Is hair a big deal for y'all? I don't know. Let me tell. Can y'all tell if it's natural? I can't tell if it's natural. I don't know if it's what they call sister locks. I don't even know what nothing is called. But because men cheat, huh? It's a good answer. It's a good answer. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth though. Everybody in the chat know the real truth. Listen. Let me holler at the big dog. What is bipping? Is it something to be proud of being the first? No, it is not. Well, to be fair, big bad boy, it depends on who it is that would be proud. I would not be proud of it. Because to me, okay, listen, you know how there are wolves and then there's everybody else. People that are wolves think that it's probably okay. Whatever you got to do to feed your family. But people like me think it's hating. So it depends. And essentially what it is, bipping is basically you find a car lacking, right? Meaning, especially in the Bay, especially in the city, a lot of foreigners visit. Let me just highlight my people just quickly before we get into this video. A lot of people be in the Bay. A lot of people come to San Francisco because of views, stories that they've heard, all this kind of stuff. A lot of food. It's a lot of experiences that you can have, right? But somebody that's from here, we don't do all that stuff, right? Now, when there's travelers, there's foreigners, they do stupid stuff because in their country, they don't experience the type of crime at the rates in which we experience them, right? So they hear different things. So they do stupid stuff like leave their laptops in their car, leave money in the glove box, all these things. And when you bipping basically is like there's a device and you just walk up on the window and just tap, and you watch the whole window just shatter, and you in and out about 10, 15 seconds. It's a video on YouTube right now of somebody in the Bay that literally bipped somebody's car in traffic. So they on their way to merge on the freeway, jumped out the whip, ran up on the back of the vehicle because they was peeping the car and they saw the backpack in there or whatever. They was watching for a minute, hopped out, bipped the back window, took the backpack, jumped in their car and dipped off. It's real. Yeah. So that's what they mean when they talk about that stuff. Like, so, but let's not get through off Big Bad Bull. What we talking about is the beautiful ladies on Kendra G talking about their experience. So far, what we found out is she has a daughter. I do not remember how old the daughter was. Do y'all remember? Was she 5? I think she said 5, right? I'm distracted by her beauty, so it's hard for me. I'm trying to focus on her beautiful mind because we as men we're too shallow, right? We're too myopic, okay? We don't value enough of a woman for their beautiful minds and their thought processes. And that's our fault, okay? We're always caught up on how beautiful they look when we should focus on their minds, the things they say. So far, 5-year-old, used to be married, and she divorced because men cheat. And she kind of did a snap. Men cheat. So that's where we at, people. Let's jump right back into it. Men's cheats.
The question first was when, and then I guess you could tell me why. But when
that was why. When was 3.5 years ago.
How'd you find out he cheated on you?
I kind of walked in on it.
No, see, that's why I don't get now. Damn it. It's one thing to cheat. How did you walk in on it? Was it in your home?
It was in our bed. Yeah.
I
came home early from work, and
Jesus got to be all in my body in those moments, because I would snap. Because I just feel like cheating is cheating, right? But how can you be so disrespectful to cheat in our home, in our bed? Did he ever explain that part of the disrespect? But
now, first is first, I just want to let y'all know she's still in bars, okay? Everybody know Mr. Big said that in his song, in my bed, in my home. Don't let me explain. Listen, she's still in bars, okay? You think you're slick because you're on the internet, but we know the bars, okay? We know the music. You stealing. You stealing from Mr. Biggs. And listen. If you find out you stealing his bars, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. I'm just telling you now. Now, the crazy thing about that is, let me tell you the crazy thing about that, right? She said God must have been in her body because she would have went off. Now, let me just ask y'all. She said cheating is cheating, but that was disrespectful. So is there a respectful way that you women prefer men to cheat on you? I'm just truly wondering, is there a respectful way for us to find out, or for women to find out that a man has cheated on them? Tell us the respectful way. Because I'm not sure what that is. So please let us know. Because if there's a way for us to be more respectful with cheating, let us know. Let the men know so that they can operate accordingly. Because all this time, we thought it was all the same. We thought that y'all looked at it all the same. If y'all find out it's all bad. But now you saying there's a more respectful way, because you said the other way was disrespectful. So I'm just wondering, are you going to give us the game on how to do it more respectfully? Just wondering. I don't know. We here to learn. Listen, shout out to the shit. Listen, that is a fact. A-Rod lost a lot of money when they bid him. They ain't going to learn, bro. They not going to learn. They not going to learn, bro, at all. I remember that he definitely got, but A-Rod got a lot of money. He got real money. Because listen, baseball contracts is fully guaranteed. So he got all his money. So don't even worry about A-Rod. He got his money played. He good to go. Don't even worry about him, brother. But shout out to you. That's a fact. He definitely got hit hard. Pause. But I'm just interested. Just let us know if there's any way that we can, if men, and when I say we, I'm just saying as a man, right? It doesn't mean I am going to actively try to cheat on Kendra G. If Kendra G would, I would never do such a thing to Kendra G. Okay, she's such a well, what do they call them? I'm gonna get in trouble if I say it. I'm gonna get in trouble. But yeah, Kendra G, no, would never ever happen. Nothing but the utmost respect. Okay, let's be clear. Clearly, men will respect you guys at the highest levels. Okay, let's get back into the video. I don't want to get threw off. Okay, we focus here. Okay, y'all notice when y'all looking at the video, y'all don't see the shirts that they wearing. Y'all don't pay attention to their hair. You listening to their mind. Get your mind right, okay? That's what we're here for. We're here to listen to the beautiful mind. To retrain ourselves. That's right.
outside of the cheating part.
Well, he explained that he was lonely for the 2 hours that I was away. Yeah.
And it made sense to him to have a woman in your bed?
It doesn't make sense to anyone but him. So I guess that's what matters to him.
Someone said that Kendra say snap or stab. Both. Whatever word you want. That's why Jesus loves me. God knows me well. And he knows my temper because he created me. So he shields me from those type of things. Because I would be the girl. I would be the girl on Snap. Y'all be interviewing me from jail. It'd be the jail single show, child. I'll be somebody's girlfriend. I'll be Roberta's bitch because I would be in jail after that. Like I'm dating Roberta now because I had to kill my husband because this trifling man had someone in our bed. So now I'm dating Roberta, child, for the rest of my life.
Oh, so let me be clear. Let's listen here, ladies. I can't get mad at y'all if that make y'all snap. But from what I heard, just my humble opinion, hate the player, not the game, right? So she said, nah, if you in our bed, she's almost, I'm not saying it's true, but she's almost no, I'm not going to say that. Nope, not going to say that. She basically said what she would do. All right, so would it be wrong if a man find his girl violate and he decides that she got to go? Because we got a lot of those stories. Somewhat, you might be vindicating them and saying, well, you know what? She was wrong and you snapped, so it is what it is. Listen, I don't want to get no trouble, Miss Kendra, but it sounds like you saying if somebody cheat disrespectfully in your bed, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Now, look, Kendra, we was cool before you said that, but now that I know that you got violent tendencies, I'ma just I don't want listen. We don't. I was gonna go on the Kendra G show because I thought she was doing great things for the community, right? She's trying to get people together and all these good things. But now that I know she got a violent streak in her, nah, I'm gonna just stay away from her. I'm just stay away from her. No. You almost got us though. You Kendra, you almost got us with your feminine attitude and your soft demeanor. You almost had us. Yeah. You almost got us. Yes, you did. We ain't falling for it. Nope. You told on yourself and it's too late. Now, let us get back to this beautiful woman. To basically to your left in the video, maybe on screen right, where she tells us just how beautiful of a mind she has. So remember, everybody keep up. 5-year-old, I don't know if it was a daughter or a son, but probably a daughter. Divorced because men cheat. So far, that's where we got. And she found out he cheated in her bed in their home. So, gentlemen, that is disrespectful. Don't you ever cheat on your woman in your bed. Go to a hotel. Go to her bed. But don't you never bring a woman to your home and cheat in your bed. It's disrespectful. So respectfully, take them to one of them hotels, 4 stars. Don't take them to a 5-star because that's disrespectful. Give them the 4-star treatment. 5 stars is for your ladies, okay? Be respectful when you're out doing what you're doing, okay? There is a respectful way to do things. Kendra G basically just told y'all that. I ain't said it. Kendra said it. And y'all know about the Kendra cam. Y'all know about Kendra cam. Don't blame it on me.
But God has protected me from that. So I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's all good at this point.
All right. All right, Neslin, Texas. Willem, what do you do for a living?
I'm in sales, life insurance and health insurance.
Life insurance. What's your zodiac sign?
Gemini. May 22nd.
May, baby. All right, so this is Neslin, Texas. Life insurance sales. She's a Gemini, 5-year-old child, was married once before. What kind of man you looking for now, boo?
Loyalty. I'm looking for someone who's very loyal, someone who's just ready to settle down, kind, spirited. I'm not a religious person, but I'm open to someone who is religious. Someone who, a lot of people don't take life serious. I think you should, just because there are just so many things, that are important in this life. You get this beautiful experience. I think we should take it serious. I don't know what else to say. Someone adventurous, because I love adventure. Traveling is a big.
I swear. Listen, every woman swear they travel. Every single woman got to travel. Listen, I want a guy that don't cheat. Mona, first thing she said, loyalty. A guy that's ready, somebody settle down. At what time, at what age do men settle down? At what age do they settle down? I would tell you this. Women would argue that men never settle down until they engine stop running. So she already capping because I want a man that's settle. How do you identify that? Since you take life so serious, how do you identify that? That's one, right? Always trying to get on a trip. You want a guy that's all these things, but he definitely got to go on trips, right? He definitely. Why do y'all need to go? Every single time. I swear you cannot make this up. They always say a trip. Listen, y'all ain't gonna watch a video where a woman don't say, I like to travel. I like to go on trips. I want somebody adventurous. Listen, as she say he funny, as she say she wants somebody that's funny, I'm gonna lose my mind. Listen, I'm not kidding, y'all. She bet not say he better be funny. I'm not joking in any serious way. Y'all know how I feel about this. Y'all know how I am. If she say anything about him having to be funny, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Every single chance they get is to travel. So you want a man that's settled down, that wants to settle down, but he also got to travel. No, he tired of traveling too. Then you don't get to travel and get settled down. A man that want to travel the world ain't settling down. That's moving a lot. That's operating a lot. That's not settling down. Okay, so you can't have both, but you probably don't know that yet. But I'm gonna listen to your mind because you're giving me that as my girl Coach K say, you give me that crystal vibes. You giving me that candles, light the candles, get the room. You give me them vibes. As Anton would say, them earthy vibes. You give me them vibes, but I don't know yet. I gotta just listen to your mind. Let your mind speak to my soul, because you want a man that is settled down. You want a man. I bet you want a man that's successful, huh? Oh, we can almost guarantee if you want somebody that can travel, somebody that's settled down, I know you want a successful man. Oh, let's get to it. But you bet not say he better be funny. I must listen, guys. If I hear funny, y'all know what's coming. Get him incense. That's a fact.
Deal for me. I do go back.
When you travel, do you want him to pay for both of you, or would you pay for yourself? He pays for his. How would you want the travel to be?
It's up to him. I'll pay for him one time. He pay for me, or he can pay for both. It's up to him. We can talk about it. Just kind, and someone who just chooses me every single day. Yes.
What's your deal breakers, honey?
Cheaters.
I swear you cannot make this stuff up. Oh man, so it sounds like she cool with 50-50, but it also sounds like she wants somebody to pay 100. So she didn't give us a definitive answer. What that means is I've never met a woman that is that malleable. I'll do 50-50, but I'm cool with 100. Like, I don't know. I don't believe you. Something is off here. I'm waiting for the bomb to drop, y'all. I'm waiting for the bomb to drop. Because if she sounds really sweet, I gotta be honest with you. She sounds calm. She sounds good. But then again, listen, I gotta listen to her mind. I want to listen to her spirit. I want her to speak to my soul. Because a woman's mind, that's all a man needs. That's all we need. Speak to us. Speak to our soul. Okay. Now, you want these trips? You good if you'll pay for his trip, he'll pay for yours, we pay for everybody. Okay, so far, you sound open-minded. I don't know, guys. You falling for that open-mindedness, or you think she capping for the camera? I don't know yet. You're going on a lot of trips. I don't know how you're funding all them, but I don't know. Maybe you just, I don't know. Not sure yet.
Just be honest. Just be honest. Honesty goes a very long way. Anybody honest? Just be honest. Honesty. Just be honest. Just be honest. Honesty. Just be honest. Just be honest. Honesty goes a very long way. Just be honest. Just be honest. Honesty goes a very long way.
Gentlemen. Listen, I hate to warn y'all. This is a broken woman. She said honesty 3 times damn near consecutively. Let's be honest. The honesty goes, listen, you guys got to hear the trigger words, okay? Any woman that's begging for that much honesty means that she expects most people to not have it. That means she's walking around thinking that there's not a lot of honesty around. She said that multiple times. So God, you guys pick up on the trigger words, okay? Honesty, honest. I need honest man. I need a loyal man, loyal, honest. That is a broken, hurt woman. Now, do we know the severity of the hurt that she had? Oh, I was rewinding it. Don't worry. I had to make sure we heard what she said. Yeah. She said it, so I had to make sure I heard it, make sure I keyed in on it. Okay, because I'm identifying, because I'm listening to her heart, I'm listening to her mind, and she's speaking to my soul. So I'm just trying to make sure I fully understand her and try to value the things that she's trying to express to us. Because listen, she's single, so everybody that, I guess, is not a liar, because she said somebody that's honest and someone that's loyal. So if you're just honest and loyal, that's, maybe you go on a trip. I don't know. You kind of, a lot of people might fit into this. A lot of people might fall into this. So I'm not sure where we're going with this yet, but I'm telling you now, honesty, honesty, honesty. Listen, damage, damage, damage. That's what I caught so far. Let's see if Kendra can pull the truth out of her.
Anybody out here judging you, just be yourself, and we'll take it from there. Deal breaker, breaker. Lethargic, just like stagnant mentally and physically, just staying in one place, not really trying to move forward in life, and blaming the world for your disadvantages. Someone who can own his own, be responsible, and I guess that's I think that's it for now.
Okay. Do you want to get married again?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to go back to that terrible moment, child. But do you they want to know, what did you do when you walked in on your husband and the other woman?
I honestly, I was paralyzed, because I never thought that would ever happen. Yeah. I was, shocked, because I had him on a pedestal. My entire family knows this. I spoke so highly of him. It just shocked me. And then I took his phone and basically locked myself in a car.
Listen, gentlemen, just listen with these ears that the Lord has blessed you with. Listen with these ears that the Lord has blessed you with. She said she was paralyzed. She was paralyzed, but she took his phone. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't never looked up the definition of paralyzed, but most people can't move when they're paralyzed. It sounds like you was sound in mind. You was angry. You weren't no paralyzed. You probably threw something at him, but you're going to leave that part out because we know you crazy, right? So she was paralyzed, but magically God like reached into her soul, had her floating in the air, snatched his phone, flew her down to the car, and locked herself in there. Somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. Now, listen to this. She said she put that man on a pedestal. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've almost never in my life heard a woman say she put a man on a pedestal. We've been in these spaces all the time. We normally hear what women say, I want a man to do this. I want a man to do this. I want a man to do this. That don't sound like pedestal. It sounds like you want a pedestal and you want a man to serve you. Okay, fine. But this woman said she put her man on a pedestal and her family knew it. Her whole family knew he was on a pedestal. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. She's a lover, so maybe you should put him on a pedestal. Let's listen a little bit closer, because when we listen with our big old ears, only the truth will set us free. Go ahead, Kendra G. Roll that footage, Kendra G. Roll the footage.
So you took his phone during it and you locked yourself in the car?
Yeah, because I wanted to see what was going on in there, like what else was being hidden. I didn't know. I honestly, my mind was just so flustered and such in shock that I didn't react the way any of you guys thought or think I should have.
I'm assuming they stopped. Did he try to run after you and apologize?
He did, and he was. I think he was more fearful of what I would find in his phone, to be honest.
Shame. Okay, so that's what happened. All right, enough of him. The new guy, does he have to look a certain way?
Athletic is my preference. But I will not, judge someone who just cannot get there. When I say cannot, meaning just like not mentally, but medically cannot get there. But athletic, because I'm an athletic.
What do you mean medically cannot get there?
Because there are some people who are like, thyroid problems and things like that. Just like it's just an imbalance when it comes to like weight loss and things. There are different reasons as to why people, have a little bit of weight on their body, you know? So I don't want to.
You know, I was recently talking to my doctor yesterday, actually, and he said that obesity is now a disease. And I said, well, how does it make it a disease? And he said, because there's some people who literally cannot lose weight, and it's not because they're not working out, not because they're not eating right. It can be due to different imbalances in their body. And now that the health world will consider obesity as a disease.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You know what? You got to be kidding me. So now we can hide behind, I have a disease. I have a disease. You can't judge me. That's what's next, y'all. You cannot judge me. The doctor said that this is not my fault. Listen, I don't care what no doctor say. I'm not qualified to say this, but on my show, I say whatever I want. And I'm going to say this. I don't know no obese people that run. I don't know no obese people that don't eat a whole bunch of food. If you starve yourself, your body will eat itself and you will die. So if you starving, listen, I ain't never seen no. We're not falling for none of this stuff. We're not falling for none of this stuff. You can't be obese with no food. You can't. You can't. How can you be obese if you don't have no food? So somehow, somewhere, we know food is involved. No matter how you want to shape it, nobody is born 250 pounds. Nobody. You wouldn't even be able to come out your mama. No way. So you're not born that heavy. You might be between 8 pounds, 6 pounds, and 20 pounds, whatever, at max. I don't know the heaviest baby ever born, but you're definitely not born 250, 300 pounds, okay? You're not running. Let's just be honest. Now you could have some other issues which causes problems, but I'm so sorry to tell you. You have to eat something in order to gain a lot of this weight. Now, maybe you have like some type of immune disorder, something where your body assumes you eating food when you're not. I don't know how that works, but y'all not about to reinvent the wheel on us, okay? I know y'all heard men say that they kind of don't want that. And so what y'all heard was when a man said, I don't want no woman that's obese, y'all heard, well, doctor, can you write me a paper so I can get out of trouble? You know how when you wanted to go on a field trip at school, yeah, you had to get your parents' permission, so you went home and forged the signature? Yeah, that's what it sounded like. She didn't want to lose no weight, so she went to the doctor and said, could you put your signature on here and say this is a disease so I can tell my man that I can't lose the weight? Because I don't want to run. I don't want to run. I hate drinking water. So I'm just saying, can you just help me out, doc? And it seemed like y'all done paid all the doctors off in America. Y'all done paid them all off. They done turned it into a disease now. And y'all about to get away with this. We already got the other lady on magazines trying to get Captain America. Now we done turned it into a disease so that now men can't say nothing. That's shaming again. Okay, all right. Here we go. Every single time, any accountability, you find a way to employ a doctor and turn it into a disease. This is crazy.
I was like, wow, I never knew that.
It's true. You know, you don't want to judge someone who has a beautiful spirit. You don't want to say, hey, I'm not going to date you just because you're obese, right? Or, you know, so.
That's exactly what you just said. Oh my God. You literally just said, if I like an athletic body. You like that. You literally just said that. And because Kendra just said, well, the doctor said this, now you're going to try to backtrack that and say, well, if you have a beautiful spirit. See, I told you guys I need to listen to her with my heart and my mind and listen to her beautiful spirit. Because somehow, some way, I told you, it's candles in the background. You know she earthy. She's all about affirmations, looking in the mirror. You can do this. You are a superwoman. Yes, you are more than enough. You are phenomenal. You are a boss. I swear, man, whatever they giving women, whatever they selling to women, I need this stuff. I need this because I don't know how they can get away with this stuff. I don't understand it. I do not understand this. I'm going to manifest me a good man. Whoo! And he going to be tall, athletic, and he just going to want me for me. And he ain't gonna want no other woman because ain't no other woman want a tall man with a six pack and look. No other woman want that. He just wants a me. Okay. All right. You got it.
What about money? Does he got to make a certain amount of money?
I would say at least 150K.
Ooh, 150K. She put a 150 on it, child. Now, of course, I have to ask you, do you make at least 150K?
I make 100K.
Make 100K.
About that, yeah.
So you want some?
Now, this is when it gets bad, okay? You guys forced me to do it. When women do stuff like this, the guys on these podcasts that go, you want a man that's bigger than you, you want a man that's smarter than you want a man that make it at least what you making, but you really want to make 30% more than you. She is falling to all these boxes. She is falling to all these boxes. Now, listen, gentlemen, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get with a woman like this. You're going to get put on a pedestal, right? Because isn't that what they do? They put you on a pedestal, right? This sounds like she's describing a man she's going to continue to put on a pedestal because she put the other one on there, right? Broken women. Listen with your ears, gentlemen, not your eyes.
I want to make a little bit more than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra. Let's do the Kendra cam. We can tell you looking. I can tell you in shape. Okay. We see the waist. No. Okay. That's a nice shape. You look good. You look good. All right, Nelson, right?
Neslin.
I apologize, Neslin. So, was your last relationship your marriage?
Yes. My last serious relationship was my marriage. I did.
What does that mean, ladies? You know, when y'all say I only slept with 3 guys, I only had 3 serious boyfriends. She asked you a question. Was your last relationship your marriage? You paused and said, no, I got smashed by this one guy. I definitely got smashed by this other guy. Been about 2 or 3 guys. I thought it was something, but it was nothing. They really was just, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to tell you that on camera because that would make me look bad to the man that got 150,000 for me. So let me correct it and say, yeah, my last serious relationship. Now, women, these men that y'all want, that I always have to tell y'all about, right? They're not dumb. They're absolutely not stupid. Do you not realize they know that you changed the verbiage and said my last serious relationship from the last relationship? We know what that means. Ladies, just for you guys to learn, either answer quickly with a yes, my last relationship was my marriage, or admit you're lying. You basically just said, I slept with a few guys, but it wasn't serious. We not dumb. We know what that means when you say my last serious relationship. So what does a non-serious relationship mean to a woman? You women don't consider us going to coffee a relationship. Y'all don't do that. Y'all consider somebody sleeping with you part of your relationship because in your eyes, I ain't sleeping with nobody that I'm not in a relationship with. So you're going to fake a relationship with a guy that ain't even really been with you like that. We not dumb. And especially the guys that make 150,000 or more, they not dumb either. Now, good thing that I don't fall into your criteria, but if I did, you wouldn't even be able to trick me. And I'm at the lower scale end. So keep trying, but I'm doing this for all my fellas that's going to fall for the picture. I'm going to listen with my ears. I'm going to use my ears on you. And so far, it sounds troubling. Now, ladies, I know y'all going to defend y'all want this sister code. I done did a whole video on it, okay? It depends on the whole video. Y'all be trying to act like y'all didn't date the guy. Oh, the guy I had in 2nd grade. Y'all be trying to throw us off. Oh, I did date the guy in 2nd grade. We don't count him. That's all cap. Y'all trying to trick us. We not falling for it. Stop doing this like we dumb. We know what y'all doing. We not dumb.
Try something beginning of February and it lasted 10 days, which was very succinct for a relationship that I thought was going to be very serious because it's with someone that I knew in the past. Like I went to high school with the person and there was, love involved and expectations and whatnot. But that didn't pan out because I guess it just wasn't our time.
Okay, wasn't your
Do y'all see how she just tried to sell us on a high school dream so we could believe that she ain't had that many relationships or many situationships. She went back high school. Oh, it was a high school thing. And, we not falling for it. Hey, Dap, same here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I had made 19 the other year, but I'm up to like 22 now. I'm doing better. So I'm listening. As she say, she want a man that's motivated. Went from 19K to 22K. Shout out to the kid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all now, women y'all love doing that trick. Oh, well, high school this, and then we get all fantasy. Oh, wow. We not falling for it. Tell us about the other relationship. Are you going to skip past those? I guarantee Kendra not going to push it. And she going to let her just stick to this high school view that we're going to fall for it, because we're going to assume, well, all right, she probably didn't have that many men since she was in high school. But we just found out the average freaking high schooler at this point, from what they said, when you turn 18, 19, having like 20 bodies. That's crazy. You definitely didn't lap me 100 times at this point. But we're not falling for these tricks. Ladies, do not try to sell us a dream of these old relationships. We see the pain all over you. We see it. We hear it in your mind. We're not falling for this.
Time. And you don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Yeah, February.
February. Okay. Why do you think you're single?
You know what? I think it has a lot of people say the same thing, and
Do y'all see how I'm right? Did y'all just witness that answer? Just prove my point. When the last time was you intimate with somebody? February. Now I don't know when this show aired, right? We don't know if Kendra does this show and then cut up the footage, send it out a month later, right? We in what? What month we in? We in April? We in April, right? So we in April. So she's claiming that it was in February. Cool, no problem, right? But if your marriage ended, what did she say? Her marriage ended how many years ago, y'all? 2 years ago? I forgot which, or 4 years ago, something like that, right? She said her marriage ended like a couple years ago. But that was your last serious relationship. Listen, guys, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. She just said she was intimate 2 months ago, but her last serious relationship was 2 or 3 years ago, which means you're not trying to count the guys that's poking you. I'm undefeated. Listen, you not trying to count the guys that's poking you, and we know you getting poked. And you waiting for some guy to fall for this trick and decide to be with you. God, listen, whoever gets you, you better watch this video I did. I'm breaking it down so you don't miss none of the red flags, my guy. Honesty, honesty, honesty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Broken woman, broken woman. It is what it is.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I honestly am. I'm serious about it, and I put myself out there. I try to, date, and it's difficult to find your person these days. It just seems that way. So I am careful with the kind of people I have around my kid, especially. I'm not like out here being single with just myself. So it's important for me to find someone that's just kind of align with my life, or at least have both our lives, be intertwined in the most peaceful way. I don't want anyone out here playing games and, trying to hurt my feelings and my kid and, so.
Okay. All right. So this is Neslin. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
So I think I'm a fun person. I do, I dabble in different activities that
what activities do you dabble in? I'm
just adventurous. I'm open to a lot of things, and
that's one of them freaky laughs.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But I mean, it could be, but not really. What I'm really trying to be specific about is, I guess, my level of adventurousness. I'm just open to doing a lot of things and and exploring new activities. That's all.
Okay.
But that's not all. I mean, I'm kind. I'm peaceful. I am loving. I have so I mean, I've been a mom and a dad for my kid for a while. So I have like this alpha female, alpha male kind of thing going on. It's just one of those things that you could that you develop that kind of alpha male kind of, and I've been a mom and a dad for my kid for a while, so I have like this. So I mean, I've been a mom and a dad for my kid for a while. So I mean, I've been a mom and a dad for my kid for a while, so I have like this alpha female, alpha male kind of thing going. Mom and a dad for my kid for a while, so I have like this alpha female, alpha male kind of thing going on. You know, it's just one of those things that you could that you develop. That kind of, you just have to be that person. You know.
Yeah. Now maybe y'all heard what I heard, right? I heard she been a mom and a dad. How do you do that? How do you do that? How can you be a mom and a dad? You don't need a relationship because you two people. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to be two people, because if I could find out how to duplicate myself, my productivity would probably go through the roof. But you two people, and in both people, you alpha in both. You didn't say I'm an alpha dad and a feminine mom. You alpha in both. Did y'all catch that? She alpha in both. I'm alpha female and alpha male. Like, how you alpha in both? Where's the other side, the feminine side, the soft side, the kind side, the sweet kind, the loving kind? How you alpha female and alpha male? Like, how you both? And how are you a mom and a dad? How you two different things? How you do that? How you master that skill? You got to forget dating anybody else. Write a book, do a movie. I have never seen that done before. You are, at this point, you are phenomenal, super duper 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 dope, because if you can be two different things at one, phenomenal. Listen, y'all, if y'all don't see the red flags, if y'all don't see this stuff, y'all destined for failure. I knew something was like this was coming. I was just waiting for it. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You just lied to us. You was buttering us up. The first thing you said was this: oh, I love love. I absolutely want to be married again. I'm loving. I'm peaceful. And you ain't nothing about alphas peaceful. Nothing. Peaceful. Alphas cause issues. Okay. They like to control the environment. Ain't nothing peaceful about that. So how you peaceful? You thought you was going to pull a wool over our eyes. We not falling for it. We knew something was wrong when you were sitting there talking about loyalty, 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 honesty, honest, 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 and honest, and honest, and honest, and loyalty, and loyalty, and loyalty. I knew something was wrong. That's how I highlighted to the people. Pay attention. So alpha female, man, nothing alpha. Let me just, because I don't know how men can be successful when they have to deal with people with this mindset. Because you coming on a show and you telling the man, get 150,000. Make sure you're my man, like you're for me. You're loyal, honest, 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 honest. You're slow down. You're ambitious. Damn, how you going? So you're going to slow down and be ambitious. You want to travel the world. Yo, women really do read too many books. You read too many books. And Kendra ain't going to crush. She ain't going to crush your bubble. She wants you to have what you want. But you already was a paralyzed woman with legs running around. You was paralyzed, but you ran to the car with the phone. We can't trust nothing you say. We can't trust absolutely nothing you say. Red flags, trust me. If y'all want to know a damaged woman, now let me ask y'all this. How come damaged women never say, I want another damaged guy? Because women always want to match, right? I want a guy that can match my energy. I want a guy that can meet me here and meet me there. Okay, I can get with that. I can honestly get with that, okay? If that's the case, why don't a woman that's damaged ever ask for a damaged man? You always want a man that ain't got no problems, but you full of all the problems. No. If you want a man that can provide because you can provide, cool. If you want a man that can do this because you can do this, I can do whatever a man can do. Also get a damaged man as well. Stop asking for men that are not damaged and you'll be damaged. Go get you a damaged man. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair request. I think that's an honorable request. You should absolutely request exactly what you are. You know what they say? I don't want anything that I'm not, that I don't bring to the table. No problem. One thing I haven't heard you say in this is I want a damaged man. I swear to. All y'all want is a man that ain't got no problems. He ain't got no baby mamas, no issues running around, no crazy women. He just a good man that make a whole lot of money, not damaged, that can just come and take you in and change your life. But let me guess, you really don't need much because you're doing all right by yourself. Men, run far, far away from these type of women. It's important that you listen to women. Do not let their physique, because I ain't gonna lie, when she did that little Kendra cam, I was like, hey, you Aaron O from the Aaron O show, pay attention, focus. So I was like, yeah, you're right, I gotta focus on. I quickly did it. Y'all didn't even notice it. I refocused ASAP because I'm not gonna let them get me, because I'm here. I gotta represent for the guys. You're not about to get a guy that's not damaged. As a matter of fact, as one of the leaders of the man's, I'm gonna call it the man's code, the man's coalition, the man's squad, man team. We demand that you take a damaged man. Yeah, I'm putting it out there now. We demand that you take a damaged man. It's a requirement at this point. Yeah, we not giving you none of the ones that's well put together. Nope, no deal. You gonna get you $150,000 loyal, honest, damaged man. That's what we offering you. If you don't want to take that deal, then no deal. No deal. We ain't doing. We're ride wave at no deal. We're not taking no deals. Gentlemen, all the guys in here that ain't got no issues, she's off limits, my friends. Only the damaged guys may you sign up for this deal, okay? So make sure y'all hit her DMs, the damaged ones, and hit, because none of the guys that's well put together, y'all don't deserve that. Y'all don't deserve that. And she bringing you a child. Now listen. Motherhood is phenomenal. I know we was talking about it the other stream. You really need 10 kids to be honored, though, according to that thing. But listen, motherhood is phenomenal. But if you're going to bring a man a child, I try to convince a woman today. Give me a second. We'll get back to this video in just one. I try to convince a woman that I know. I try to convince her today. I said, yo, I've been talking to her. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I think you need to get therapy. I don't know. No, you do. Yeah, you do. You got daddy issues. I've heard your story and I analyze people. You know, you guys know that's what I do. I analyze. I'm listen, I'm a relatively easy person to talk to. You need therapy because of the issues that you have with your father, the daddy issues that exist, you're going to bring nothing but a negative outcome to a man. You need to get that figured out. But you know, women, they don't want to invest in this stuff. They don't want to pay for the therapy themselves. They always looking for somebody else to pay. You need to pay, because when a woman tells me, yeah, I paid for therapy, I took it serious because I know I didn't want to bring my damaged self to a man. So I tried to do the work. They always don't want to do that. They want a man that can basically heal them, that can love them through anything. No, take your butt to therapy. It ain't fair because most of these men are not equipped to be your therapist. Most of these men are not equipped to listen to these type of pain, to deal with these daddy issues. It's not fair to men, especially if you say, can you make $150,000? Now, I'm not mad. You make a lot of money. I know a brokey like myself could never shine your shoes. I wouldn't even be in your spirit. You wouldn't even look for a guy like me. So I'm not utilizing me. What I'm telling you is this: go to therapy. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your child so they know, look, when there's an issue, to be accountable as an individual, you do the right thing. You do the right thing. You go and do what's best for you so that you can make sure you are a positive impact on other people. But you know what you're going to do, God? You know what you're going to do, right? No, I don't really need that. I just need somebody that understands me. Whenever a woman says, I need somebody to understand me, key word, guys, I'm giving you a game. That means damage. Anytime a woman is saying, I'm just looking for a guy that understands me, that's damage. That's damage. These are all key words, okay? Anytime a woman says, I want a guy that's stable, that means she want a man with money. All right. I've broken this down before. Stable means money. See, a lot of women think they slick because they don't want to come across as gold diggers. I'm telling y'all, gentlemen, learn it from your kid. Stable means money. Okay, because no, just a guy with a job that can pay the no, because if he get fired, then it's all going down to hell. Stable mean money. So pay attention to keywords. Okay, she said a bunch of them in this video: loyalty, 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 honest, 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 honest. Y'all know what that means, right? Damage. Okay, I'm just listening. I'm nothing but an observer and a listener, and I'm sorry. She is damaged. And she not about to trick none of my people in the chat. Nah, I got y'all. We not having it. Just what y'all got me for. We not falling for none of these tricks. I tell all the women that I know personally in real life, I scream, you know what? If you want to get the best possible guy, you need to be the best possible woman you can be. It's not fair. And when I say it, they're like, yeah, you're right. We'll go and get therapy. They don't never want to pay, but they want a man to have all this money to invest in them. No, I'm sorry. You need to go invest in yourself, okay? Don't y'all, and y'all wonder why these men be running away from y'all. Where all the men that's doing well at, they running away from y'all. Because y'all think they want to make 150 grand. I don't know about y'all, but most people think that's still a lot of money. I don't know. I mean, don't mean you rich, but still a relatively lot of money, okay? Now, ain't no life-changing money like $300,000 at the reparations we was talking about, but I'm sorry to tell you, they might not have that much time to be your therapist. They first of all, let's be clear, they're not really the healers, okay? But y'all want men to be healers, so at this point, men have worked miracles. But I'm sorry, I can't advocate for men to do this no more. I cannot advocate for men to try to get the earthy chicks together, to try to get the women that's burning the candles in the background, okay? The ones that wear natural deodorant. I can't push y'all to try to fix all these women. Now, she told y'all earlier, yeah, by the way, my last serious relationship was my husband. But then she just admitted she was getting knocked down 2 months ago. What does that mean? What does that mean? She was getting knocked down. I'm going to be honest with you. She was getting knocked down 2 months ago. I'm guessing she probably got knocked down a few more times before that. That's just my guess. I'm projecting. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the video. I'm sorry. I guess I was projecting too much.
Not saying that I want to be. So, someone who's strong would be great. So like an alpha that can kind of, I'll be able to say, okay, I not submit, but, to a level, a certain level submit. I am kind.
Do you want more kids?
I do. I always wanted 5 kids. I only have 1. But I can deal, 2 more is fine too.
And the guy can have kids already, correct?
Yeah, he can. I'm open to that.
All right, let's do it. I think you're pretty dope. This is
now Kendra G. Sound like you said she's super duper dope. Sound like you saying she's super duper dope. I'm just Kendra. You heard what she said. How come women don't hear the red flags that I hear? Is it for the entertainment? Is it for your show, Kendra? Because I think you done heard enough of these women that you can catch this stuff. She sounds super duper dope to you, Kendra? Really? She just said, I'm an alpha female. I'm an alpha male. I'm out. She an alpha, basically. But she want another alpha. And she not going to submit to that. Listen. Let me get on the big screen. Let me take them off the screen. Listen. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. This is going to be the best advice that you women can ever get when it comes to dealing with an alpha, okay? If you're an alpha and you want an alpha, how do you think alphas deal with problems? Let me give you an example. Let's just use everybody's favorite alpha, the lion, okay? If a lion has a problem with another alpha lion, he tries to destroy him. So you basically saying you damaged already, but you're an alpha, okay, because you've been a mom and a dad. So apparently you get to do 2 things. You get to make this crap up. So apparently you get a gift on Mother's Day and you get a gift on Father's Day. You literally want another alpha after you said you were alpha. Just Google it. See what happened when alphas they try to destroy each other. So you want somebody to come in to destroy you? Listen, ladies, do not let this woman be your spokesperson, okay? Because she didn't lie through this whole video, okay? I'm an alpha female. I want another alpha around me. I want to not submit. What? Listen, go watch a video of a woman trying to run away from an alpha. He smacked the back of her head, mushed her head down. He getting what he want. You want an alpha to make you give him what he wants? Y'all don't understand when y'all say y'all want these alphas. What comes with that? Y'all crazy, especially if you think you are alpha. That means alphas don't want to submit to nobody. So that's fine. But alphas, when they fight other alphas, they force you to submit. They will force you into submission. So it sounds like you want him to do that to you. Now, I don't know what that sounds like, but I'm going to be honest with you. Close your ears for the ones. It sounds like this. If he don't hit me, he don't love me. If he don't hit me, he don't love me. Now, I'm sorry. That's what it sounds like to me, y'all. Y'all can interpret the way y'all want to interpret it, but I got to protect the men from this because this is crazy. She said she's not going to fully submit. She going to give him a little submission. Yo, so you 150 grand get you a little submission? Woo, wait, listen. Ambitious, travel the world, settle down, honest, not a liar. And you telling me that only gets you that little bit? Well, as Time Out says, that is the definition of a high value woman. So an alpha male, an alpha female, a mom and a dad, she all of that, multiple personalities. She probably got those issues. You telling me high value? You're right. Time Out. This is high value right here. And I'm telling you, the rest of us low value men like myself, we don't even deserve to be in her presence. She is gonna go ahead, get her candles, that natural deodorant. Yeah. Look, she probably knit her own. Listen. I'm warning y'all. It don't get no more red flags in this. It don't get no more red flags in this.
I don't want to say your name wrong.
Neslin.
Neslin. Y'all know I'm bad. I'm dyslexic. So I've been bad with names all my life, child. So just know it's been like this all my life. You are, what is your age, Neslin? I don't think I forgot your age.
Yeah, I'm 31. I'm gonna be 32 May 22nd.
Oh, I never got your age. Okay, so you're 31. And what's the age range you would date?
I 35 to 45.
35 to 45. So this is Neslin, Gemini in Texas, life insurance sales, was once married. Would you get married again?
Yes, ma'am.
She would get married again. She has a 5-year-old. She does want more kids. 150K, fellas. That's what she desires. Black men only?
I prefer African American, but my
Wait. What? You don't want no black man? And then when you answer the question, well, I take that back. She asks black man only and she paused. So I take that back. She definitely wants black men, but that means she wants something else. What else you want? What else do you want? And here we go with this preferred thing. Y'all know how I am with this preferred stuff. Here we go with this preferred thing. All right. So why is she malfunctioning, Sharon? Why is she malfunctioning, my brother? What's going on? She's supposed to be well put together. She's making all this money in the health space and all the insurance space. How you stuttering like that with clients? That won't work. That won't work. I tell you right now, you stuttering in front of the client, messing with their money, they leaving. So we're gonna ask you again, Kendra G, rewind the tape and ask her the question again. So us gentlemen don't miss, because we don't want to miss.
Only?
Yes, ma'am.
She would get married again. She has a 5-year-old. She does want more kids. 150K, fellas. That's what she desires. Black men only?
I prefer African American, but my daughter's father was white.
I'm
African American, but my daughter's father was white.
I'm
African American, but my daughter's father was white.
I'm
African American, but my daughter's father was white.
I'm happy.
African American, but my daughter's father was white.
I'm happy I asked that. So you're
now we understand what the stuttering is about. Now we understand what the stuttering is about, right? Because the truth finally comes out. The truth, yeah, she let it slip, Leslie. She let it slip. Yeah. Look, my daughter's father is white. but I prefer black men. You got any black men's children? No. I'm gonna just be honest. Typically, women have children with the men that they prefer to have children with. I could be wrong. Women in the chat, y'all tell me the difference. But typically, women have children with the men that they prefer to have children with. Because if not, then they get rid of it. That's just my humble opinion. I don't argue me. And she already said she's not religious, so don't give me the religious argument. She's not that. So let's see. Your husband cheated on you. You had your children within the marriage. So, i.e., husband must have been the white guy, right? So we got the solution. So, white men, because we know black men don't cheat. Let's just be honest. Like, ladies, we already knew. We thought he might have been a different one, but black men don't cheat. So, you know what I'm saying? Black men don't cheat. So I should have already knew it was a white man because I know y'all love white men. So I should have knew that. But I didn't automatically assume it. But when you said cheat, men cheat, I was like, oh, white man. But I didn't tell my audience. I don't want the people to think like that. I don't want to poison them. But you let the truth be told now. Your daughter's father is a white man, which is totally within the realm, but you prefer black men. But the man you put on a pedestal, y'all heard her say it, not my words, her words. The man she put on a pedestal and her family knew it was a white man. Now, I'm going to be honest. I've been living a long time, right? Damn near at my time, at the age that black men died, I done probably lived half my life. I'm going to die in half of my life years, right? It is what it is. You put that white man on a pedestal. So when you date out, marry out, you actually treat those men better. Let's get through the interview because I'm gonna just tell y'all now that was the bombshell I guess we was waiting for. What more can she say from this? What more? Kendra G, let that woman speak her truth. Let her speak her truth.
So your husband was a white man?
My ex-husband, yeah.
So your ex-husband was a white man?
Yeah, European white, yes.
This is the man that you came home to, was he in bed with another white woman?
No.
It was a black woman?
Yeah.
Oh, so sister code was broken? Sister code was broken. You telling me that this white man that you put on a pedestal, that your whole family knew that he was the man, and you take life serious. So I'm sure you were serious when you picked this man and you chose to put him on a pedestal. You were being serious because you think life is serious, right? So I'm going to assume you vetted this man. You spent a lot of time to figure out he's a European white, by the way, KRW. He's a European white. And you put him on a pedestal and you thought all these amazing things about him. Your family knew everything. And he, when he cheated, he didn't violate, though. He kept it in the sisterhood. He kept it in the sisterhood. He said, I'm going to get me another black woman. Oh, I'm going to get me another. And let me just tell you the secret sauce, ladies. I'm just guessing listen, gentlemen, y'all let me know if I'm telling the truth or not, because I could be a liar. When a black couple, let me say a black couple, a white couple, when they get together, they got pictures all over the house. If y'all don't believe me, go on any of these interracial Instagram pages. They got pictures of them all over the house. All over the house. It's everywhere. We went here because she liked vacations, right? Listen, y'all got to listen to these women, okay? She liked vacations, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? Very simple. They then took pictures when they go on vacation. So when you walk in their house, it's pictures of her and him and their child. Pictures of her and him and their child. So when that black woman walked into your home, in my bed, in my sheets, in my home, so she saw pictures of you and your husband. She saw pictures of you and your husband, and she said, oh, my turn. I know you a sister-in-law. Oh, but I probably look better than you. I don't know. And she went straight up to your king size bed. Because you know, when you do the interracial stuff, it's king size beds. That's what it is. You know that. Can we just be honest? Can we just be honest? We know what happened. We know what happened. We know what happened. Come on now. We know she walked in your house. I guess if you put this man on a pedestal, I'm guessing she probably thought he was all that too. Because how hard is it for you to get a black woman to put a man on a pedestal when all we hear in these spaces is what a man can do for you? What can a man do for me? What could a man do for me? He can do this, that. It ain't never what you can do for him. Because even when she said, why would a man pick you? Because I'm nice. Because I'm nice. I'm kind. Cap. I'm peaceful. Cap. All that cap. All that cap. The same things every single woman say to every single time. I'm going to give y'all the secret. I tell y'all every time, you better talk about how you can serve a man. And you better get in line. Because a man don't want to deal with you unless you want to serve him. Now, listen. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. And y'all ain't listened to me since. Y'all keep going on Kendra G and don't talk nothing about serving a man. Nothing about serving a man. Every single time it's what he can do for you. Y'all better learn about serving. I'm just going to do y'all a favor. Why would a man pick me? Because I'm going to serve him. That's all you got to say. Say the word. Because when you say serve, a man be like, okay, so she ain't turned off by that. She not tripping about serving. She want to do that. She know how it sounds and she's still willing to say it. She willing to embrace it. Okay, that tells me a lot. But y'all know what y'all do? Y'all never do it. Y'all just talk about yourself the whole damn time. You're going to get the results that you deserve. And it looked like that man that you put on a pedestal that wasn't a black man, which you don't have to. You can raise another man above the man that you prefer. Because in my mind, I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't think I could put a woman on a pedestal when the type of woman that I prefer that I'm not with. I can't put you on a pedestal if I prefer black women and I get with a Hispanic woman, then I go and put her on a pedestal. That don't make sense to somebody like me. I'm a little logical, but just be honest with you. If you prefer something, that means you think it's the best, most likely, and you get something else and you put that on a pedestal. I don't know. I'm not the smartest guy, but I hate to tell y'all ladies, boy, this looks bad. Good for the men because black men don't cheat. But when you try dating out and you put him on a pedestal, he went and cheated with another black girl that was in your house, stumping on your couch, you know what I mean? Having her way in your home, doing whatever she wants with your husband. Can't make this stuff up, Kendra.
It's a black woman.
I was all black woman.
No.
Was he in bed with another white woman?
No.
It was a black woman?
Yeah. It was a black woman, yeah.
I was already mad. Now I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, it's the past.
I would have been in jail for real. I'm like, Yana, we don't got to do a trial. I did it. Sure did. For real.
Is that a silver cup? What's she drinking out of? I know you don't think you royalty. What color is that? Listen, y'all, I might be tripping, but is that like silverware? I know it ain't gold because my eyes ain't that bad. What is you drinking out of? Oh, no. Gentlemen. I done seen every red flag that you can see. Run. And run some more. And after you escape, make sure you take your phone with you because she clearly going to steal your phone and go through it. Run. I'm
like, Yana, we don't got to do a trial. I did it. Sure did.
Yeah.
Did you get along with his family?
I did what I had to do. Yes. They were pleasant to my face.
Are they pleasant to your daughter?
They love her so much.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So you would date another Caucasian man?
He just got to be down. Like I am not from America. I'm Grenadian. So, there's like, I am not from America. I'm Grenadian. So like, I am not from America. I'm Grenadian. So, there was like a cultural difference kind of thing going. He just got to be open to different cultures.
Run. Yo, Y'all, listen. The greatest skill you can have is being an effective listener. Y'all probably didn't catch that, but you know what she said? I take life serious. I put this man on a pedestal. You was married to him for it sound like to me, I don't know, I'm not good at math, maybe about 5 years. Maybe about 5 years you was married to this man. And you had all these cultural issues, so you didn't know that there was going to be cultural things when you was with him before you got married? You didn't know that? It wasn't no code. You're using this as an excuse to get sympathy. Gentlemen, listen, open your ears. She's lying. She is lying. She's lying. She's trying to use this cultural issue. She's lying, because if culture was so important to you, because you take life so serious, pay attention. You take life so serious. She said it, not me. Her words. She take life so serious. Culture is so important to you. You knew he wasn't from your culture. You also said, guys, this is why it's so important to listen. I don't care if he's religious or not. He just has to be. So you still willing to play with somebody that's not like you or shares your same religious views, which means I'm not going to fall for that. It has to be the same culture with you. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Let's just be honest. You picked wrong. You put the wrong man on a pedestal, and now you paying a penalty. And let's be honest, I'm going to get to it. Now you want to run back to black men after you come with a child and say, black man, I want you again. But you know that you effed up. So when she said, are you still open to date white men? You had to lie and say, yeah, he just has to be down. Down with what? What does that mean? He has to be down with what? Because he can only be down with what? Down with hip hop music? What does he got to be down with? Down with your culture? Are you going to be down with his culture? Listen, you can't trust this girl if you can't throw her out and she's an alpha. So I'm sorry, y'all. Gentlemen, I'm going to mark this one off limits. I'm going to mark this one off limits. Gentlemen, none of y'all are to even approach her. She will destroy your lives. She already got the, you know what I mean, the natural deodorant going on. She already earthy. No, these affirmations. I want a man that's for me. No, stay away. Because she will never, ever take any accountability for her actions. Everything was his fault. Everything is a problem about him. This is crazy. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I see you because I hear you. See, I'm not going to let you distract me with your little top there that makes some of these guys get lost. I'm a listener and I ain't falling for it. And you put that white man, which is your right, on a pedestal. And now, after you want to come back with child, now you want to come back with child and you want to come back to the black man. And let me guess, us good, loving black men should take you back because you share our culture. Are you going to put us on a pedestal? Are we even deserving of that? I bet you don't even listen. You know what? I wasn't going to say it. But I'm going to say it now. And ladies, close your ears. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Timeout. You 120K short, fam. So I'm about 126 short. Then if you 120K short, that means you at 30. I'm at 122. I'm about 128. Yeah, I'm a little bit short too. So it is what it is, right? I'm glad I don't fit the criteria. But I'm going to say this and it's going to hurt. Most black women think they're above black men. I know y'all won't expect it, but it's true. When y'all see other black men, when y'all walking around them, y'all don't see them as like, they beneath you. If you see 10 black men, 9 of them are beneath you. You think you're above black men. And it is what it is. That's what y'all think. That's how y'all operate. That's how y'all walking around. Y'all walk past so many black men and y'all look at them as they below you. They beneath you. And it's cool. Y'all have y'all right to do that. But when y'all get with a white man and put him on a pedestal, listen, if you said you got with a white man and it just didn't work out, I understand that. But you said you put him on a pedestal. You said you put him high up there and your family saw that. So when we ask your family about how you put black men up there, are we going to get a better answer than that? Are we going to get a better answer than that? Now, I'm sorry. Gentlemen, if y'all take a risk with this woman, do not say you were not warned. Do not say the footage is not there. Do not say Kendra didn't even try to help you out. Because Kendra said it. She's super dope. She's dope. She's super dope. And she's all about the black man because that's what she prefers. Cap. Men do not fall for that. When women say they prefer black men, they're lying. A woman tell you they prefer something and they not with that, they're liars. They are liars. I'm trying to get her to flip her income tax. That's all I can do for her. I wouldn't even take that risk because she might listen. I'm trying to save y'all from going through this. I'm trying to teach y'all how to really listen to women and don't do nothing that they tell you because this is crazy. We're going to get to this. Let's get through this video. We got probably like another minute or two. Let's just get through this video. There is no way that she can say anything else. There is no way she can say anything else that can make her look worse. There is absolutely nothing that she should be able to say that she can look worse in this next minute. Kendra, there's no way. Kendra, there is no way that this can happen.
It could be from, I don't really care the race of the person. They just got to be open to different cultures,
But you do prefer a black man this time around?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious. I'm all nosy. These are not normal questions. Did you date black men prior and it just happened to fall in love with your husband?
I did not date a lot before him. So like a lot of things happened late for me. So I didn't, so I got married super young. I'm 31, been married, divorced 3 years, married 7. So,
How did you meet your ex-husband?
On an app called Badoo in Boston.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys met on a dating app?
Yes, ma'am.
And then y'all dated and he proposed? How long did y'all date before he proposed to you?
6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my dating app will be out this summer. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear stories. Well, I hope they last. I hope the marriages last. Come on. Well, not saying yours didn't last. You know what I'm trying to say, girl. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right, let's go. We on past our time limit. How do you want the guy to reach out to you?
Nope. I'm not going to even let y'all hear how to contact her because y'all are forbidden from speaking to this devil. You are forbidden to speaking to this devil. She preferred black men, but I didn't have that many experiences with him. Yeah, but you've been getting piped down 2 months ago. Piped down 2 months ago. And we know you've been piped down more than that. Y'all think we stupid. We ain't falling for it. I'm so tired of this cap, man. I can't believe y'all. And y'all let women get away with this stuff too. She lied that whole, man. I'm so annoyed by that. That's crazy. Man, that's so annoying. No, gentlemen. I'm not gonna let y'all find out where y'all can find her. No, that's out. Now, I'm a little I was not expecting that. I didn't know what to expect in that video. I was not expecting any of that stuff. That I was not expecting. I got to do more of these videos. I need to do more of these breakdowns because if this is how they've been lying to us and getting away with it, this is a problem. So now, let's move off that, guys. Let's move off that. Gentlemen, you are forbidden from dealing with her. You don't get to talk to her. Stay the hell away from her. Okay. There's something else I want to talk about. How am I going to describe this? Let me adjust my space a little bit. One sec. I don't even have everything I need, but we're going to rock out. I want to ask you guys a question. So I was watching a little bit of Cheeky show. I was in and out of the show because obviously I've been working and I could only catch so much of it. So, but that's my guy, right? So he was kind of talking about I think he was reviewing something Courtney had in the video, and I couldn't catch all the gist of it, but I kind of caught everything that's been going around in these spaces, right? And I want to ask y'all, and y'all please help me with this. Where do women fit in these men-dominated spaces? Where do women fit? She was celibate for 3 years. Give her grace. You right. You know what? You right, timeout. I do have to give her grace, but she take life very serious. She take life very serious. She put that man on a pedestal. Now she want to come back to black men, the ones that she actually prefer, but she ain't put none of them on a pedestal. Her family don't know nothing about that. Because she's like she said, I really didn't deal with that many black. So why are black men your preference if you ain't never did? Listen, I don't believe nothing she say. So I'm just off that. I really am. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's sickening to hear how women manipulate and try to lie to men to placate. Like when you really can see people, when you really listen to people, and you're not easily manipulated, it's sickening to know a man's gonna fall for that. Listen, I promise you, it's very sickening to know that a man is going to fall for that. I'm very sickened by it, just to be honest with y'all. I'm very sickened by it. But I know that's what men do. Y'all fall for women all the time. They're always going to be able to get a man. It may not be the exact one she wants, but she can get a man. It just sucked that she going to sucker somebody into this with this fake, I'm kind, I'm peaceful, when she just said she an alpha. So, which means she going to put another man into a situation where he got to show her, stop playing with me. And she going to say, oh, if you really love me, then you'll hit. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm done. I'm done with her. Stay away from women like that. Please, please. All it's going to do is make the good black man look bad because she's going to put you in a space that you normally wouldn't have been in. And she's not going to put you on a pedestal. Y'all, man, y'all already know that. I do believe she put him on a pedestal, MS Best. I do believe that. Women ain't gonna just comfortably admit that they put another man, like put a man on a pedestal. Women don't like to admit stuff like that. They want to pretend like that man treated her like a queen and all that stuff. They want to give the other image to it. So I believe it, and I'm not shocked because her answer was, "So do you? Were you only black man?" She had a malfunction for a reason. So I'm off that. But I want to talk about where do women fit in these man-dominated spaces, right? That's what I want to get on because I'm listening to Cheeky show, talking about how women are advocates for men and things like that. And he's talking about how women ain't gonna get no like men ain't gonna give no gratitude for this. Like it is what it is, right? You should just stop talking about it. So I want to ask y'all that because the thing that happened with Just Pearly Things that y'all didn't realize. This is a thing that you didn't realize this whole argument and the situation really highlighted. And I'm going to tell y'all what it is. This is what it truly highlighted. When y'all said Just Pearly Things is ugly, she's not attractive. You actually made a mistake when you did that. And you didn't realize it. When you said Just Pearly Things is ugly, she's not attractive, you made a mistake. And I'm going to tell you why. As y'all know, Cheeky said, Lucky said she's not going to be doing, I don't know, panels or something like that. She's taking a step back from dealing with men or something like that. I don't know. Courtney has talked to something of this nature as well, right? If you even watch what the interaction with Fantasy Island Girl when she asked about, oh, what you're going to do and what's your show going to be about? Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Men are only going to come to your channels because you're attractive, not because you're smart. I hate to tell you guys this. Chiqui's probably right. You should probably be quiet when it comes to men's spaces. You cannot be in the front. You have to cheer from the back. And I know that's hard for women to do because you guys want to be admired. You guys want to be acknowledged. You guys want to be praised. Part of the reason why you guys are defending men is because you want a man. And I can't even disagree with you because you should do what's in your best interest. But you got to do it from the back seat. You don't get to be in the front seat. See, when all of these women that be in the front seat, no man ain't gonna never respect y'all. Because if an ugly woman like Pearl, so according to y'all, unattractive woman, if men are not coming there because she's smart or she's doing something great, they're coming there for whatever reason. Y'all saying that we should only come there for attractive women. When y'all say things, I don't even know what y'all saying, or she ain't even attractive. That means men are only should show up for attractive women. And to be honest with y'all, the stuff that y'all talk about, men don't take y'all advice. So what's the point? What's the point? What value do you have in a man's space? Now, let me be clear. I'm not telling you not to do whatever you don't want to do. I'm kind of wondering, listen to what he said, and I'm breaking it down like, where do you fit? Where do you fit? Because if you good looking, they only come there because you're good looking. They're not coming there because you have some phenomenal insight. Because let me be honest, actually, Pearl said that men are the thought leaders, and I have yet to watch a woman that's so much a man's advocate or whatever to actually say something thoughtful, to say something that did not come from a man. So you're not thought leaders. Y'all don't have analogies. Y'all, and this is not a knock against y'all. I'm just identified. So when a man show up to your space, he's coming there for what? Because you look good. Listen, when Fantasy Island Girl was saying what she was saying, a lot of guys were like, yeah, we gonna come. Why y'all want to go over to doing whatever Fantasy Island Girl is doing? Why? She's not there to teach men nothing. And this is not a knock against her. She's cool with me. I'm just saying, what is she gonna teach a man? She says she want to talk about fantasy stuff, things that are lovey-dovey. Men don't like to do that. You gonna talk about lovey-dovey, the good part of a relationship? Like, men are not gonna want to do that. That is for women to do. So if that's the case, if that is for women to do, where do women fit in these spaces that are dominated by men? And I hate to tell y'all, it's going to be difficult to find out where the spaces that you guys fit in. Because the way I see it is this.
Stay away is fear.
Stay away is fear? What the hell is a stay away is fear?
That's where we are. Shout out to the awayosphere. People that just stay away. Stay awayosphere. Hi, Aaron.
You took your mic away, huh? that old expensive mic that you had, you just got rid of it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, that now you was blaming me like Q keep blaming me. Talk about it's your stream. Only when I come to your stream. No.
So yeah, we don't belong. I'm gonna go hang out with the ladies.
See, this is the thing. I'm just listening. I was hearing what Cheeky say. I'm not Menosphere, Leslie. I'm not. Listen, if I was, I'd probably make a lot of money. If I was, because they make a lot of money. But I'm not. And I actually do like women, and I am refreshed when I hear a woman that's insightful, that has some thought. I've rarely run into a woman that has the ability to critically think, especially on a level that's par with a man. It's rare that happens. So I'm shockingly refreshed when that can occur, right? So I don't necessarily have a problem. I like having conversations with women, especially women that are insightful, thoughtful. It just does not happen a lot. So where do women fit in these man-dominated spaces? I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Matt G. So I will say, Shout out to the ladies. If you are invited on a panel, I say that's where it's warranted, but you have to do your research. A lot of times, open panels, that might be a good idea too, but figure out what the conversation is, where you can fit in, and please think before you speak on panels that you don't know. Other than that, I think if you're talking about a male conversation, no, that's y'all. Talk about male stuff. I don't know. But all the time, what happens is you're talking about your experiences with women, and women want to defend women. That's when they come in, and that's when you hear the bickering. So again, guys, hey Poppy, Blanco. So yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm gonna hang out with the ladies, because you guys are stressful, and women don't need to have that type of mindset and be in that type of atmosphere. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's very easy to disappear from male dominated spaces. There are a whole bunch of things that I can say as far as like, you know, when you're on a panel all night long with 8 men on the panel, not a real good look per se, but who, if you don't care, you don't care. If you do, you do. But at that point, what, anybody can bring that up. And if you're defensive about that, then what are you going to do? You're going to start arguing and being all stressed and whatever. So yeah. And Tamika, where are the ladies hanging out? We're hiding.
No, this is the thing. Y'all don't like women. Like, the reason that y'all in the men's space is because y'all annoyed by women.
So
And-
can I speak? Oh, sorry.
Of course. Go ahead.
I will agree, because I was one of them. But when you actually start learning yourself and understanding that feminine energy is for everybody, so you have to get the right women to be around so that you can actually draw off of each other and pour into each other just as much as you would do your man. So again, you being a woman is when you're around me, everybody should be happy, whether you're a man or a woman, because of the energy that I hold. And that's the thing. And so women have to be careful when they say that too, because that means what type of people are you trying to be around? And then what energy do you have? And what spaces are you trying to be in that is chaotic? So that's it. And then there might be some spaces where women can get toxic. Okay? Get toxic, ladies, get toxic. Or whatever. But I just say move in silence. Don't let your ego get the best of you, because a lot of times what you guys are seeing is women yapping off at the mouth, saying stuff they shouldn't be saying. And then next thing you know, you're not prepared for the backlash that comes behind it. So calm your egos, ladies. You don't need it. Just stay in your feminine energy and move in silence.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Poppy Blanco, what's going on,
It
bro?
wasn't for you, Aaron. I said ladies.
No, I know, but I'm saying in the sense of, I don't think women want to be silent. I think
that's why I said calm your ego. I understand what I said. No offense, Aaron. Not trying to get smart. I understand. That's why I said calm your ego, because that's ego talking when they don't want to be silent.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to do that.
I know.
So that's why I know, I'm saying they're not going to do that, because when I think about it, I say, for many years, what we said was, man, the vice president don't do nothing. Zero, nothing. They don't even have a job. A woman becomes vice president. Oh my God, it's amazing. We got a female vice president. Do you see how weird that is?
Yes.
Do you see how weird that is? They're like, I don't, people don't notice little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really notice little stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, I don't think women are going to be quiet. And I think when women disagree with other women, they just be quiet. The reason women like to gravitate to the spaces that men are, because women are actually, they are intrigued by the way that men think. They like the energy of being around men. They don't really want to be around those other women. And let's be honest, those other women ain't allowing men on those panels. I've been looking at, where are these panels where all these women that men can come up and talk to them and disagree with, and it actually worked without them getting booted off, whatever the case is. I'm like, Never happens, because women don't actually have an exchange with men that they disagree with unless it's on a man dominated space, because the man is willing to be patient and have a conversation. Don't work like that for women. I haven't found that space yet. I don't know where that is, where y'all women like, oh yeah, it's a bunch of women and a guy come up and he can have a conversation with disagreeing.
I do.
So
It just doesn't exist.
What's up, Brett?
Hi, Jonathan Burnville.
yo,
How
you
you
ain't
doing,
get
bro?
excited to say hi to me like that, yo. What the fuck?
What? I already said hi, Poppy Blanco, and I don't even like saying Poppy.
Man, Poppy, she just don't like Dominicans, bro. It's all right.
What's up,
I ain't
Mr.
Dominican, so.
Yo, what up? Hey, I see my milk cartons work. Brittany, glad to see you safe. You know what I mean?
Blanco? Thank you.
But yo, Aaron, man, hey, yo, what is it, Kendra J? Hey, man, that shit it was ill, my nigga. It was ill until you fucked it up at the end, bro. You fucked it up at the end, my nigga.
Aaron, you know I didn't watch your show, right? Yeah.
When because I used to like react to a lot of Kendra J bullshit, right? But let me tell you what you fucked up at, right? Um, when you say, man, they're not stupid no more. We're not dumb, my nigga. Out of everything, that's the only wrong thing you said, bro. These niggas is halfway retired, bro. They will always fall for the trip. I'm
Nah, but
telling you, fam.
Aaron's talking about a very specific type of guy though, which is the guy that she was talking about.
Brett, fam.
They ain't
Listen,
those
man,
ain't the
like I
men
told,
that are going for that.
let me tell you something, bro. Like I said, I reacted to a whole like in my channel, in my little ghetto channel. I used to react to a lot of Kendra shit because I'm always that shit to me was fucking it was entertaining like a motherfucker, right? And like they call back, right? They call back to tell Kendrick, they be like, yo, I'm coming back for the second and third time. And every time they call back, it's been females, bro. That with 2, 3, 4, 5 kids that call back and say, yes, my DMs were fellow niggas. Hell, it was this Miami. It was this. I'm gonna talk about this particular case. It was this girl like from somewhere in the Midwest, right? She got flew out by one of those. He live in Miami. He's like a music producer, some shit like that. And Hunger, according to her, Hunger stunned on that nigga, and he sent her back, and they fall out. And then she go back to the show to go get another sucker. And that's what this is when me and you separate, Aaron.
Because that
You got too much.
again, Poppy, you're
You
not
got.
wrong. Poppy, you're
Hold on.
not wrong, but it's not
Hold
the
on one
guy that
second. Let
Aaron's
me
talking
finish,
about.
Brody. Let me finish, Brody. You see, you made me forget what I was gonna say, man. Damn,
My
I was in
bad,
the
my
zone,
bad,
bro.
brother. That's my fault.
Important.
My
Poppy.
bad,
But
brother.
look,
My bad.
but look, Aaron, look. At the end of the day, man, these females know, bro. They can, especially they look good. That's the truth. They look semi good. As long as if the bra is like a 4+, oh, they know they can get another sucker any day of the week because a lot of this men is weak, bro. They don't know what they doing out here, my nigga. I'm telling you, fam. And I'm done. But yo, hell of the breakdown, fam. You getting the game from your boy, man.
Yo, Aaron, I got a certain perspective on this. Do you mind if I answer your question?
Go ahead, bro.
By the way, what's up, Fantastic?
You got it, man.
But all right, so here's my views on this event has actually shifted a little bit. Okay, so at one point I used to believe that most people, and this is probably very naive of me, but I used to believe that, well, maybe not most, but a lot of people in these spaces actually wanted solutions, right? And so when I used to believe that, I did think, it was okay to have women here because I thought, okay, the women want better, the men want better, et cetera, et cetera. But over time, I've obviously realized that, you know, niggas love to argue. A lot of this is just entertainment. People not really making changes in their own lives, right? We get off these panels, like you just wonder, like, are people actually applying anything? And so when you look at it from that lens, I actually don't think women have any business being in this space, to be honest with you. Like looking at it from that lens. Like I said, if it's solution oriented, then I would say, yeah, there's a space for the women, especially the women doing the work, right, to show themselves, etc. But if we just, entertaining each other, then I think this space actually, and I'm going to use this word carefully, is actually dangerous for women in a way. Like at least the women that I would say are the good women, like the women that are worth paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, like you might notice, like my wife don't get on these panels anymore, right? Like I'm sure you've noticed that, right? I'm not letting my wife on here with you niggas. You crazy. You know what I'm
Smart
saying?
man.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. I'm not doing that, right? So yeah, that's all I got to say on that. I think it's kind of sad actually when you really think about it, it's kind of sad. But I think when you look at it from the lens of people who are not really solution oriented, I think it's not good for women because I mean it's a bad look. If we're being honest, it's a bad look when I'm listening to one of these panels, right, and I hear men and women going at it, as entertaining as it can be, it is a bad look. Like especially a lot of times I'd be listening to the clouds and then I check the screen real quick and I'm like, and it's like a woman going at it with a man. And I'm just looking at it like this shit look crazy. Like it actually look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like whether, let's say this was your sister, your mama, your girl, you don't want to see a woman looking like that. Like I don't want to see no woman going at it with a man. That's crazy. I don't want to see that. It just, to me, there's something about that image that just don't make sense to me. Right. So, but we've come to accept it because it's entertaining. That's what we do in these panels. So then when you look at it from that lens, it's like, I don't think women have any business being here. I just don't. But yeah, I had something else I want to say, but I'm gonna let Fantastic go.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, it's just a whole bunch of people. You got half that know and half that don't, and you just got a whole bunch of egos clashing. And when men try to say what women can and can't do, a woman to look at you and just be like what Poppy's saying. Okay, that's what you think. Alrighty, and you might as well just stop it because they don't know, and they're trying to just belittle you to make you fit some type of mode that they're trying to shape for themselves that they can't even get. So 9 times out of 10, if you were doing what you were doing, then you'd be doing it. So that's it.
Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you bringing me up, Aaron. Shout out to everybody. Listen, man, I've been through this argument of the spaces now for like 3 going on 4 years, and it's just nonsensical BS, man. Bro. For one, it's the internet. There are no doors, there are no gates, there are no locks, there are none of these things, man. Okay, and if you look at the shift of the content, the most popular content are actually man and woman interactions. Whether it be Fresh and Fit, whether it be the whatever podcast, to where you're having the conversation in the discourse between the male and the female. No matter what you want to say and you look at this from a biological, sociological, anthropological standpoint, men and women need each other, and you're trying to figure out this disconnect, whatever it may be, between the two parties, whether it's genuine or or disingenuous for profit or whatever, whatnot, what have you. That's what made Kevin Samuels so big, and I think people missed that in his blowing up. Kevin Samuels talked to women about what men wanted. All right, everybody else tried to reduplicate that, but he just had the timing and the platform and all these different things, right? So this whole thing, my bad. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something. Okay,
No,
well, no.
I said the pandemic. That's what I said. The
Oh,
pandemic.
okay. Yeah, exactly. So what's happening now, especially with the women, and the women have benefited the most because women understand. Women are the ultimate opportunists. Women know that regardless of however hard men are always going to help women out. The most staunchest, most hardest, most whatever, what have you. That's always how it's going to be. Even over in, a lot of people look at the places in the Middle East, right? They think they're super strict, they're super this, they're super that, they're major, negative to the women. But actually, those women are some of the most, as you say, submissive and some of the best people because they're under extreme protection of those men, right? So just like those men can chastise women, those men will literally, do things concerning that women when it's family or wives or so on and so forth. So what we're having now, because of feminism over here, you know, and it's crazy to me to see a lot of these characters, especially from you guys at camp, that were made and built up off of quote unquote men's spaces, now say, oh, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna exclude the men. And Poppy Blanco said it right. Most importantly, unfortunately, man, I gotta agree with Jay Bizzle. Niggas are too simpish, brother. She not gonna fuck you through the internet. No matter how many super chats you give, she not gonna motherfucking pick you out of the crowd and flew you out or let you fly her out, bruh. What you, it's really not anything you're going to her to see other than a pretty face, okay? And porn is free, my nigga, okay? If you just want to look at a pretty bitch on the internet, I mean, do it for real. You know what I'm saying? But what we're seeing is women get bold and men looking out. And especially, like I said, it's a certain individual you guys named, and she's attractive. She's young, she's attractive, so on and so forth. And she popped up in my thing. I wasn't even following her. And I'm like, damn, Shawty got like, she don't even got 2,000 subs, yet and still she doing numbers like, you know what I'm saying, somebody with, you know, 10K or more subs. And why? Nothing other than she's a pretty face. She doesn't have any life experience. She doesn't have any relationship experience. She doesn't have anything, like you said, Aaron. So what are people going there other than to look at a pretty girl talk? You see what I'm saying? And I you have to hold the men to task for that. It's the men's fault. The same men that hop on the content creators and tell us, "Oh man, you niggas letting women in space. You niggas letting women in space." No, my bad. Go ahead.
Fantastic. Who you talk about? I'm sorry, I meant to cut you off.
Well, Aaron said, bro, I'm not trying to bring on heat. He mentioned a young female YouTuber that, you know what I'm saying, I guess now is making claims about stepping back from men or something, right? She's joining the female brigade. And like I said, man, the only reason what value does she have of life advice when you're that young, you don't have relationship experience, and you're even newer as a content creator? You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic. You want me to tell you the truth, brother?
I
Is it
already know
okay?
the truth, but go right ahead, brother. You got it.
All right. Y'all ready for the truth? You ready, Aaron? Okay. So
No.
there's two pieces. There's two pieces to this, right? The men gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Don't be a player
There's the
hater, bro.
first part, right? So the first part of this is that a lot of men, unfortunately, and I'm not saying all men, obviously, right? There are men who actually come here to learn, to grow, to self-improve. But if we're being honest, especially on these topics of relationships and women, I think a lot of men come to these spaces just to live vicariously through other men who talk to women a certain way or whatnot, because they feel like they can't do it themselves, or they haven't. And so, you know, if I mean, and not to pick on them, but it's actually a really good example is like Fresh and Fit, right? You look at
Yeah,
Fresh and Fit,
yeah,
you
perfect
know,
example.
a lot of times I'll check a Fresh and Fit video, right? And you just watch, you read the comments, you read the chats, and you see these dudes, they love it when Myron start going off on a chick, right? They love
Yep.
it, right? And it'd be entertaining. But you realize, like, I don't even think they're there for the substance. They just love seeing a man talk
That
crazy
girl,
to a
yeah.
woman, right?
Frank Castler, kick her out, man. Yeah, yeah. She's a this. She's a 304. She's yeah. I taught, bro. I've
Yeah,
been saying this a long time ago. A lot of these dudes don't get real life interaction with women, so they have to get it through a computer screen.
Yeah,
correct.
but
And
And then the second thing,
oh, oh. I was just gonna say, JB, look at what he's saying. Even if you're living vicariously through that, Fantastic is saying they don't have real life interactions, but look at what they want to see when they do see interactions with women. They don't even
exactly.
want to see a nice, cordial conversation. They want to see you being mean to a female,
Yeah.
or talking crazy to her, or like, yeah, I wish I could do that. Like, oh, is that the interaction you want from the women? Oh,
correct.
okay.
And actually, so on
They
the
scaring the
female
hoes.
side, here's what it is on the female side. On the female side, especially with, oh, they're gonna hate me for this one, right? Especially with YouTube, right? Where you have a super chat button. For a lot of men, this is their opportunity to feel like, you know, I can show that I'm the man, or I can, you know what I'm saying, like it, like basically, I'm talking about the men who go to the women channels, right? And, you know, and I've supported like a lot of women in this space, right? So I'm not necessarily excluded from this, but I'm just saying, like, different people have different motives. And when you see, the reason why I think a lot of men support the women is because they get attention from women that, you know, if the women are attractive, especially the more attractive ones, right? They get to get some kind of attention, even though again it's just through YouTube, but they get to get some attention from those women. And, you know, and then the benefit the women get is they get these niggas money. right? And so,
Yeah, and let me say something. Let me say something real quick, Jay. But listen. I don't know how. Again, I'm not from around this part. I'm the outsider. So again, I'm saying the same thing
you're
that
not no
Aaron
damn
said.
outside of
So
Fantastic.
well,
Stop
hold on,
this
no,
shit.
I got it. Well, niggas love acting like this. Listen, bro. I'm saying the same shit Aaron said. I'm just not being as. I guess I'm being more exact to it. I stand on what the fuck I say. I know what the fuck I'm
You're
talking
being more
about.
light.
I've been here longer than any of you niggas that's in this chat, and I've seen it come and go and so on and so forth. So I know the game. I know the hustle. It's not no fault of hers. If a chick got a pretty
Facts.
face, she got a pretty face. I'm not blaming her. I'm just stating the facts. And
There
the
you
thing
go.
about it is, y'all make it worse because y'all actually make these women believe that they're more than what they are. This is why we had this problem. A bitch that's got a pretty, excuse me, a woman that has a pretty face, she's attractive, right? And you niggas see her on the fucking, all she gotta do is just show up, and you niggas show out. Now, I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming you. I'm holding you niggas accountable. And all you women, like, of course, you want me to shut the hell up because now I'm hurting your bag or I'm hurting your opportunity because you next up if you think you got a pretty face. So
Oh
again,
no,
Shawty, listen,
I think they should,
I'm
but
gonna close it out real quick. Listen, Shawty, is nothing you can say or do that's gonna stop my motherfucking motion. I'm not in competition with you, and you don't want me to be, okay? Because I'll stop your whole shit, whoever you may be, okay?
Fa-
I put motherfuckers on the Summer Jam screen, and hey, and it's not good when I make you famous. So please don't motherfucking come this way. You don't want this smoke. I promise you.
fan- Fantastic. Don't worry about it,
I think
man,
they
because
should. I
these
think they
niggas,
should
they
get.
ain't going nowhere. They don't know no better. They ain't going nowhere. So you ain't hurting their bad.
I think y'all limiting the possible options, right? So I think there's a multitude of reasons why different people do different things. So, like for me, what I've noticed is some men, I've had conversations with them, they don't have the ability to articulate their mind. They know what they're thinking, but they don't know how to articulate their point and express it. So they can see certain men know how, and they'll gravitate towards men like that. That's why public speakers, people like, I'm just using this for example, people like MLK, people like Malcolm X are phenomenal speakers. So people gravitate to them. They're like, man, I can't speak the way you speak. I can't talk the way you speak. But when you say things that's so effective, I wish I could do that. So I think sometimes in these spaces, people go, oh, I like this guy because he's able to articulate the way I was thinking in my head, but I couldn't get it out of my head and express it. Go ahead, Britt.
So is it more about how a person says something or the fact that they say something? Because what you're explaining right now is if I can see the way if I was a man and I could see the way Fresh and Fit is talking to a woman instead of what they're saying, which one is it? Is it the
So,
fact that they're saying something or how they deliver it?
it's more than just one thing. So like one thing that I don't really care about their show, but I'm not gonna hate on nobody. They do numbers, shout out to them. One thing that Myron does is he creates analogies and he's really good at it. Now, whether he steals it from somebody else or whatever, however he prevents it, I don't know, but he's good at it because you see people take the way he says something and they'll take it to another area. So what I mean is they might come for just for that. Oh man, he's really good at these analogies, and people find intelligence in that. I'm not saying right, wrong. I'm identifying. They'll watch a show for that. And sure, some of these women may say something crazy, right? And he'll check them like, yeah, you better. And they might watch it for that. And then there'll be a women that be like, yeah, you're right. The men are, they're right. And I do see it that way. And they'll support that. So it depends on a couple different things. So I obviously I agree with Fantastic to a certain point. There's money in the space. There's money in this, and that. But the question is, where do women fit in these spaces that are
So
dominated by
so
men?
Aaron,
Fit where
I think you're right about Myron, and actually I think I think it's okay to give him his flowers. Like Myron is actually very good at having logical conversations. Like he's actually one of the best I've seen in this space, to be honest with you. Like if you're just judging it objectively, right? He's really good at like breaking down facts and data, and even like catching people when when they're presenting inconsistent information. There's a lot of things there that you could just look at objectively, whether you like him or not, that he's actually really good at that. um and I think you're right that for there's a lot of men that they may not be able to articulate themselves as well as he does, or like be able to catch logical flaws as well as he does, right? I mean, I tell you this, like, I think you're really good at breaking down information, at being concise, right? And I'm long-winded as fuck, right? So that's like that's a benefit that you have when it comes to how you host a show. So I do think there's value to that. Is what I'm saying. I agree with you. I think there's some value to that.
point being. Hey, so you guys are saying that Myron knows how to analogize the situation? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
well, he has
Are you
trained.
still creating new words, Britt?
Well, he has training. So I mean, you look in his background, that's a part of, what I'm saying, what he had to do from, a professional standpoint. And he just transferred over to, the entertainment sector or the content creator space. So
Oh, that's a good
again,
point. I didn't think about that. That's actually a
yeah.
good point.
Yeah, so again, man, like I said, I'm not a fan of Fresh and Fit, so to speak. I respect them. Hey, they're popular. They're good at what they do, and they understood their niche. They created the niche, right? And a lot of people are replicating what they're doing it successfully, right? The just thing is, like you said, man, I don't want to see men, yell at women that are clearly not on their equal all day. I mean, we talked about this when they had their first blow up, when they first started having the doing the girls things at night, and that was the exploitation, and that's what let me know that these men don't want what they claim they want. The fact that Fresh and Fit is one of the biggest quote unquote men's spaces in red pill or men's spaces proves that men don't want what they claim they want. Or at the very least, even if it's just to be able to talk at the women and not with the women and so on and so forth, they need and want women in the space. Because again, bro, like even in the barbershop, eventually what, you getting your haircut and some bad chick walk through, because most barbershops usually like, barbershop / beauty shops or whatever, right? And you're like, damn, what's going on, so on and so forth. What does the conversation completely totally switch to? No matter what sports debates going on or whatever,
Yep.
local events or whatever, it starts talking about females. Because again, man, so that's what I say, man. And a lot of people just aren't comfortable when you come off raw and you just tell them the facts of the matter. Like I said, women are always going to be a part of the space or whatever because men are here. You have, serious men. You have funny men. You have men that women find attractive. You
You have
have,
many men.
huh? You said what? You said what?
I
You
said
got
you have
men.
many men.
You got men.
Many men. You got the big men. You got, what I'm saying? You got
You got men
all
who
the,
like. You got men who like 300-pound chicks. You got men.
hey man, hey, not 300, man. 200 is light though.
Yo,
200 something
but
light. 200 light.
I don't. Honestly, you finished, fantastic.
No, I'll say this and wrap it up. Yeah. So
Go
so
ahead,
the
boss.
thing is, women, and like, at the very least, a lot of these dudes can be, charismatic and competent, all these different things. And women are, like Aaron said, looking for a man. If you are a single woman, right? And in the day and age of social media where, hey, man, these dickets, man, it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? Southwest keep doing this $60 thing like every other month, baby. These dickets are like easy to get. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
fantastic. Let me ask you a question. Don't in the situation with Fresh and Fit, right? Um, I personally in that scenario, I actually blame the women more. And let me explain why I say this. Because if you listen to Fresh and Fit enough, I've heard Myron tell these women to their faces, right, that they're only there for him to show the world, like show the men what they should avoid, and basically tell like they're the bad example, right? And he tells them this to their face, and they still come, night after night after night after night, right? And they come just to get, just to get talked too crazy, and they be talking crazy too. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not, they be in fact they be the worst in my opinion, right? But I'm just saying like they still come time and time again, right? And you realize, like, obviously they come for the clout, right? Because they're going to get clout for it. And you realize they value clout so much that they're willing to put their dignity on the side and come over and over again. Like, I've seen women that he's talked to crazy, right? Come back again, like 3 times, right? And it's like, can you really blame the men at that point? Like, can you
But
really look at it and blame the men at that point?
JB is you got to blame both parties, and I hate doing the whole both blame both. The reason why is because if you remove them pretty ass girl from that show, I'm pretty sure them views will come down to the floor, bro. I promise you that, because most of these nerdy ass niggas watch that show just to see them girls kicked out because in their mind they wish it was them kicking them hoes out. That's what it is.
exactly.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it come down to it. And then hoes go to that show because they will go from making $1,000, $2,000 on their OnlyFans to make 20 and 30,000 per month. So it's a mutual relationship that they need. They both need each other. But obviously, Myron would need them hoes more because do you think the nerd ass niggas want to sit down and actually listen to them two niggas talk about numbers all day long? Oh, 40% of the women
No.
got I don't think so, bro. Then you can make a case that them bros made the show, fam.
No, they do. They do. Poppy, I pointed this out, and I actually did the thing like when they first started blowing up. At one point in time, they were doing the interviews with dudes, right? Like Mike Rashid and whatever, whatnot, what have you. And they would do like a day show and then a night show. Then they got like the thing where like 9 girls, 10 girls, 37 girls, right? And you just saw the disparity between the two with the same dude showing up at night with the girls versus the actual substance and whatever thing you were trying to learn from the man perspective. So, like you said, man, at the end of the day, bro, Fresh and Fit's whole audience is based off of dudes that want to see what it would be a negative or positive interaction with these women. And like you said, it's a symbiotic relationship. Fresh and Fit knows, like you said, if they stop having the girls on there, bro, their numbers gonna drop. Like hands down, it will literally ruin the platform. I don't give a
Well,
fuck what
honestly,
you
we
say.
might as
My
well
bad,
just
Brittany.
call it. We might as well call it the Fit Podcast, right? Because Myron just care. Myron is the one who carries the show. Like, let's be honest. Like, if you could have all them chicks, if it was Fresh running the show, right? If it was Fresh doing all the talking, um, I'm
No,
just not
no,
convinced. I'm not
no.
convinced. I'm not convinced that it would be what it is today, right? And
No, but
again, this is mostly to back my point that Myron is really good at what he does.
yeah, but Fresh has his role and it's valuable, whether you can identify or not. He has value in this role.
What do you think is his value, Aaron? I'm actually just curious.
Go ahead. Let us know you watch it, Aaron. Go ahead.
I don't watch it
Well, how would you know what his value is?
because it's not that hard to identify it.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm very, very good at what I do. But you can answer.
I know I had
Beat the
another
hell the other day,
I have
though.
another
Remember that.
observation from things I don't watch.
No, go ahead.
So, giving you guys this analysis on the show and the fact that when men actually have the opportunity to watch things of value and of substance, they don't do it. They only do things when women are involved at all. Everything you guys do is for women. If you're going to tell me
No.
that you have an opportunity to watch a show that brings you value and substance and you don't, but when women are involved, the numbers skyrocket, what are you actually saying? And what message are you actually sending to women? And how can you actually be mad that women do and think and be exactly what they are when you respond exactly how you respond?
Well, no, like I said, I agree. That's why that the argument even being made is not real. Women gonna learn the hard way if they try to do that, and men boycott them. And I say men should. Any woman that's claiming they're gonna take a space back from men's spaces, or from men or anything to say separate herself from men, I would give her what she want and not support her.
But
This is men.
the problem is fantastic is that you're not. Because the example you guys just showed is that you don't even want to do nothing when women aren't involved.
No. Whoa, no, man. What are you talking about? No, for one, I told you I don't watch Fresh and Fit. I don't support Fresh and Fit. I don't support anything that where women is the major focal point of the motion of the content. There's not one content creator I watch that's of that nature. I'm aware of Fresh and Fit, but I my track record speaks out against it because I think that's some lame ass shit.
I understand that. So fantastic. Take it off of Fresh and Fit and put it on a bigger scale. Put it on a bigger scale of how men.
My personal life. So
no, I said bigger scale, not personal life, bigger scale.
So men in general.
And we look at it from that example, but on a bigger scale of how men operate.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is but that's kind of like a catch-22. There's you have a biological imperative.
There, buddy.
Huh?
That's a lot of stuttering you're doing there.
Because I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. It's a biological imperative where most men have a thing. You have two things: survival and procreation. So to a degree, like I said, it's going to be a point to where, of course, not everything you're doing is for women, but the residual effect and hopes of it eventually is going to be women because of how you're biologically made, and not just biologically, but societally. Okay. So to say that a man can do anything in his life and completely exclude himself from women, yeah, for a time you can do that, but indefinitely, that would be going against your fucking purpose of existence, which is impossible.
Exactly.
Now, there is one plus, by the way, that I do want to mention this. There is one plus, and actually it's a pretty big plus of having women in the space when they're not engaged in like the beef stuff and whatnot. The one plus is if you actually care about, the black male image, the black female image, I like, for example, seeing Chantel Simone you know, pushing for a positive black female image, right? I like seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I think, I think even if you look at it as like, I don't know if you guys know about the art of propaganda, right? When when you're studying like just, you know, I don't know if you guys even know what that is, but I know Aaron knows about propaganda. I don't know if the rest of
Yeah, I
y'all
know. I'm the same thing Aaron is. I can not watch something but understand it fully.
Okay, yeah. So I think even just from a propaganda perspective, right? I think black people have really bad PR, right? We have really bad PR, and the bad representatives, etc. So I like seeing somebody like Chantel, right, talking her shit, but in terms of like pushing for a good image, pushing for the positive black female image, not the ratchet baby mama hood booger type of image that we usually see, right? So I think that's actually a pretty big positive, and a lot of people may not understand how important that is, but it is actually, right? Even if it's just one person, and I'm not just saying Chantel is the only person. She just came to mind, but it's like, I think just having people like that, who are Crimson Cure. I love Crimson Cure, right? Especially if you know Crimson Cure's history, actual like her actual history, right?
Okay, all right. Let me just jump to something. Do you think men are smarter than women in general?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
Yeah.
quantifiably, and just from overall contribution to humanity is proven. Yes.
Oh,
So that kind of explain how you guys are breaking it down, right? But scientifically, that's not proven, correct?
Well, what would be your way of scientifically proving?
So,
Well,
I'll use an example, right? So Jordan B. Peterson says that there is not enough data to say substantially that men are smarter than women. It's relatively damn near equal between the IQ of a man or woman. That's the point, right? That's what he said. That's where his areas of specialties are, right? So I'm just saying, forget the point of trying to prove it overwhelmingly. What I'm saying is that if men think they're smarter than women, right? And I'd argue that most women think they're smarter than men. If you answer that question, men are smarter than women, you're probably not going to think a woman can teach you anything, right?
no, of course not. No, a woman that's in any certain field of expertise that I'm not in, like if I don't know about something, I wouldn't be dumb enough to think I'm
No. I get that part, but you could argue us the man in that same field could do the same thing, right? And so I'm just saying, like, if we're having a conversation, let's say we're not talking about expertise, right? We're just talking about experiences and being able to express your experience and being able to articulate your point to somebody effectively to where they accept it and go, oh, I can learn from that, right? I don't think the men that think they're smarter than women think women can do that for them. You would agree with that or disagree?
No, I would disagree because I've taken experiences of women and used them to my advantage later on in life. Of course, I mean it's totally different from me being a dude, but your life experience is just that. You don't know what you don't know, and a person giving you something or scenario or experience with something you never granted to yourself can definitely help you out and give you a different perspective at looking at things.
So then you're basically saying women are needed in these conversations, like very much so, because men are not women and we cannot ever actually tell them in depthly of their experience. So they are very much, you could argue, equally as needed.
Well, that's why I'm saying that I'm going by what you said. You said women are saying they're going to take a step back from the space, and the women are pretty much doing the things that men were claiming they wanted. But I know for a fact they never wanted it in the first place. Men claim they don't want women in these spaces, but Fresh and Fit prove, and other places in the success of the women content creators prove that's not the case. That's not true. But now that women are saying it in the inverse, and they're saying, "Oh shit, I'm gonna step back from these men's spaces." Now that's kind of a curveball and a totally new movement because hold on, how would you dare have the gall to say that when men built your platform? So if the men leave and 90 some percent, or let's say even 60% of your platform is men, and you're telling that you don't want men, you want to step away from the men's space, even though you're a woman, you are a woman in a man's space because men support you. So that's like the conundrum that you're in.
I think it's a catch-22, Aaron, because I think the women that would be ideal for this space, right? The types of women that would, yeah, the types of women who would be ideal. I think, unfortunately, by starting a channel and whatnot, you end up making yourself vulnerable, right? You open yourself up for everything that comes with that, and then uh, uh, that alone can actually ruin those women, right? Like if
Very
that woman
dangerous.
is actually, let's say, a so-called good woman, opening yourself up with a certain level of vulnerability to this type of space, especially when shit get toxic. I'm just not sure it's it's the best environment for this type of woman. So it's like it's weird because it almost sets it up so that um, the women that we would want in these spaces, 9 times out of 10, will not be the women we get.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like life.
the problem that I disagree with that with, well, I don't know if I disagree, but the perspective that I have is this: if you think there are intelligent women, if you think there are smart women, right, then you would want them on certain panels, a lot of these panels, and they would be able to have a conversation in which they can execute these positions, right? Because what you're effectively saying that most of the women that come on these panels don't win arguments. They're not that smart. They're not able to outsmart the men on the panels, so they shouldn't come on. But if you're saying there are intelligent women, there are women that actually can do these things, then it would be actually good to see that actually happen.
But what he's saying is that you guys haven't set the environment for those type of women, and the very environment that those type of women that you want in this space they're in is toxic for them, so they leave. So literally, you guys are at your own detriment.
Nah,
You
nah,
set up an atmosphere that isn't conducive for the women that you want in your atmosphere.
no, it's just
Yo,
those. My
fantastic.
bad,
How
bro.
long you been around here, bro?
Shit, what, 2019?
2019. So that's gonna be 4 years, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, you part of you part of the manosphere thing.
I'm affiliated, man. I'm not official.
Okay, okay, okay.
Fantastic. Don't do
So
this, bro.
since you've been around, has been always around, right?
Yeah, bro. I see women got banned at least 3 times since I've been here, dog.
So here's the thing,
No more
bro.
hoes.
The
Part one,
reason
two, and
the
three.
reason
No
the
more
reason what I
hoes.
say that is I don't care what the fuck they say, man. Women wants to be a whatever fuck man at, bro. If every man get shifted to goddamn Mars or fucking another planet, guess what women gonna do the very next month? They wanna get over there in Mars too, bro. That's just what it is. Don't believe what these bros be saying, man. They say one thing, do a completely different thing, bro.
No,
That's one thing I
I know that. And that's why I say it's two sides being disingenuous. Blanco. That's what I'm saying, man. It's two sides being disingenuous. But this is the first time I've heard the women. I get to the point of where it's so many of them that have eaten off the space and built up their platforms. They're now saying they're gonna join together and form Holtron, and we can do it without the men. Which what I'm saying, that's you can do that, but we see that turns into the divestment and the I hate niggas gang. That's usually how that goes.
Did you say Holtron?
Holtron, yes, Holtron.
That's actually funny, but not funny. I don't think it would be called Holtron.
It's okay, really. I understand. Don't laugh for the sisterhood. That's off color.
Okay.
You see,
And the thing is, too, I think
Actually,
one thing we
like
should.
Mr.
I think
Cole,
one thing.
I'm going to write it.
I think one thing we should consider too is motives. Like now, to be fair, you never really know people's motives, right? But I think you could you can use your intelligence to look at to watch somebody's show, listen to the things they say, and kind of gather like, okay, this is what I think this person is here for. It's possible you're wrong, but it's possible you could be wrong. But in general, I think we can do that. And I think one thing I've noticed is like when I listen to different women is that I do think some women genuinely, they want to see change. They want to maybe get married themselves, whatever, right? And then I think some women have realized that, if you look good, if maybe have some titties that you can show, maybe you can show some legs, whatever. They've realized that this is a good space also to make money, right? And guess what? I'm a capitalist through and through. I'm not mad at them. Get your coins, right? I'm literally not mad at them at all. But I think what's interesting is when I notice that there's a lot of men who may not be able to see the difference sometimes, right? They don't see the difference between the women who are not just here because they see a bag, they see dollar signs, versus maybe they're making money too, but I'm saying, like, what's the motive, right? What's the intent? You know, and then on the flip side, this is also why I don't believe what a lot of, you know, men be saying in these spaces, right? Not the creators, but I'm talking about like what a lot of the men sometimes in the comments and, you know, on the panels be saying, especially when you meet people in real life. Because I could tell you right now, for example, Brittany, you could back me up on this, right? Whether it's at the meetups or I'll take an example, Six the Goddess, right? Not to pick on her, but I'm just being honest. In real life, right? When I saw dudes that I used to see, I would see in the comments talking all that alpha shit and whatnot, and then these dudes can't even have a conversation. Like, I'm talking about a normal man, like a normal conversation, because Six the Goddess is around, right? Like, they're damn near drooling, right? Now, guess what? That's cool. You can, but I'm just saying, like, you then when you come back on YouTube and you see that same man in the chat talking about how, you know, this how I deal with women and this and that, like
the alpha,
I don't
high
believe
value
you.
alphas.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe you, and you realize this is why, like, a woman like Six the Goddess, she gonna make that bag, and good for her. I'm not mad at her, right? She gonna make that bag because she knows how to finesse a lot of these types of men.
Well, when you use that example, right, then you're basically saying some of these men don't have the skills of conversing with women and being able to kind of be a cool person in conversation, basically, right? You're basically indicating that there are certain type of guys that can just talk to women and it's smooth and they like that, and a lot of these guys don't have that ability.
No, that's not even what I'm saying, Aaron. It's actually worse than that. I'm not even talking about them talking to women. I'm actually thinking about a specific example. Like, I was standing. I know you know Perry Unlikely. I'm not gonna name the other guys, right? Because I don't want to put anybody on blast. But we were having a conversation as a group of men. Okay, I forgot what it was, and the only man that was able to focus was Perry. Like, we were, like, you know, actually talking about something. I forgot what it was, but it was like an actual interesting conversation, right? And the moment Six pulled up, right, none of these niggas could focus. They could not even focus for 1 second to finish the damn conversation. But the only person that could focus was Perry, and it was a group of like 6 or 7 of us.
But that's the point. What else do they need her around for?
Right. And I'm not, again, all I'm saying though, Aaron, is that when you realize that, okay, she sees that, right? And she understands, I can get my bag from these niggas. And I'm not mad at her, by the way. I'm just pointing out an observation, right? That for a lot of women, they understand that this is ultimately a finesse, right?
Yeah, but again, JB, just like Myron, she has a previous occupational advantage, brother. So, you know what I'm saying? You know her background. She smells that, she sees that, and she knows how to take advantage of that. And, you know, you just, like you said,
okay. Hold on, fantastic. Really, you don't have to have a previous background to smell that. Just honestly, dog. Seriously.
Well,
you don't have
Brittany,
to have a previous background to smell that.
Brittany, just do your research, fam. Brittany, I understand what you're saying, but different women have it at different levels.
See, I'm smart enough to know that's an easy way to take a dig without taking a dig. So let's just say I can smell that.
Yeah, okay, and that's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm asking you. So you don't agree that different women have it at higher heights than other women at different levels?
We all got it.
Huh?
I agree. We all got it. Just some of us can use it and some of us can't.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
that's not what we're saying two different things. I believe we all have it
equally,
but yes, but some of us can. Fantastic. If I am a 5'4" whatever, and she's 6 feet, blah blah blah, she can utilize that same instinct differently than I can. We both have it. I can smell the same thing, but she can utilize it differently than I can. So she has a better advantage of the same thing we smelt.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying though. A femcell doesn't have it at all.
Yes, they do. They just can't utilize it. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm an ugly chick, I can't utilize the fact that I see niggas move in a certain way. I just can't utilize the fact that they're moving. I
But
smell and see that you're moving. That's why nerds get mad, because they can smell the fact that girls move to the jock. They just can't mess with the chick that's messing with the jock like the jock mess with the chicks. That they
okay,
smell, that everybody's
yeah,
seeing the same thing. We all got eyes, we all
no,
got whatever. It's about how you utilize what you can see. I see stuff too. That's why I move in silence, but I
but
utilize mine differently than somebody else can. That's why I don't believe in flirting, because the other girl can out flirt me. I don't flirt.
okay,
I go
but
get
this,
what I want and I'm done with it. A girl can flirt and play with you. I don't do that. You see what I'm
My
saying?
nigga.
I
I
can
got
see
you.
when when a motherfucker is moving a certain way.
But this is what I'm saying, Brittany. You have first hand, you have second hand, right? So like it would be like the unattractive dude versus the attractive dude. The the unattractive guy, he sees how the women react to the attractive guy, right? But he would never be in a position to know how the women react to the unattractive guy as if he was attractive. That's what I'm saying.
That's
The
what I just
unattractive woman
said.
is the same way.
That's what I just said. If I'm
We
an
were
ugly
saying the
girl,
same thing.
I
You said we
can
weren't
see.
saying the same thing.
But you said she can smell it because of her previous occupation. I'm
Yeah,
saying
she
all
can't.
women
She's attractive, but she's attractive. Attractive woman experience life experience, and an unattractive woman or person. Period. Take the gender out of it. Unattractive people and attractive people's life experience are two totally different things, Brittany.
right,
That's a
but it
fact.
doesn't mean we can't see the same thing.
You don't
Yo,
though. That's what I'm saying. You're seeing what you imagine it to be for that person. You're not living it directly.
So fantastic. That means we're seeing the same thing, but your perspective is different from mine because of your experience.
No, I think Britt, I think what Fantastic is saying, there's truth to it. I think what he's getting at is the fact that like in the example I took, right, you could visibly see how none of these men could pay attention to the
Yeah,
conversation
four
anymore.
out of six men. An unattractive woman would never know what it's like for 4 out of 6 men to lose their mind over her presence. That's what
Exactly.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the
She'll
way
never
that they
experience that.
all forgot we were having a
But
conversation, and
sorry.
they all forgot we were having a conversation, and them niggas couldn't focus anymore. The
So
moment she pulled up, like an unattractive female, like nobody would even notice her.
so let
so
me just say what I was saying. The fact that you guys were having a conversation and she walked in and 7 people couldn't focus, that doesn't mean I didn't see that either. So you can see how people respond to certain things. You just know they don't respond to you like that, or you know they don't respond to her. But when you see them responding, they be like, "Oh, okay." And therefore, next week her hair gonna be done when she come to work because she's competing with you, and you got a puff, and she got a puff too.
so Brittany, you've been on these meetups, right?
I've been what?
You've been in these goddamn meetups in those La Pif shit, whatever that shit is.
I've been in the what?
In the meetups. Like you went to meet up with these people, right?
Meet up. He said meet up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, he's speaking that foreigner language, Brittany.
Yo, yeah, I'm an immigrant, sorry. Yo, so do you agree with JB what he just said that when men kind of that's what I got from it, like a men kind of lose their
Oh,
way when they see a
can't
woman.
Bro,
agree.
Britt had okay, Poppy. I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
Britt had these
I
Do
niggas
I agree
breaking their
with? Do I
necks.
agree with?
Okay?
You asking me? Hold up. You asking me? Do I agree with him?
Listen. Britt had
I
these
agree with
niggas
what he
breaking their
said. Yeah, I
necks,
agree
and
with what he said.
I'm not gonna say why. I'm gonna let Britt speak for herself.
I-
I'm gonna let Britt speak for herself, but she.
I'm just gonna say, Poppy, that I have a different perspective than JB because he's female and I'm a female.
And the
So I
and the
can't
reason
agree with JB. I agree with
the, re-
women now.
the reason why I asked is because I heard you got a fat ass, so I'm pretty sure you have them niggas going crazy. That's why that's what happens out in these meetings. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure how
they made
everybody hypnotized.
they made a short of Brittany get up out of their chair one night. I mean, once upon a
Oh,
time. I'm
for
just
real?
saying.
And
Fantastic.
this is the
You
very
know, listen,
example of what we were talking about.
it was
How
a whole
things
bunch of
can
black
work out.
men, and Britt is walking down the hallway, and I seen these niggas necks breaking.
Oh, not the neck breaking.
Things can, Aaron.
Got
Things
that
can
wagon.
work out very fast.
They
And
do
this
it every
is
time.
why
They just make
I'm
their
a
own
part of
points.
the awaeosphere.
Wait, but Brittany, hold on. And Brittany, this is what Brittany, that's what I'm saying. So Brittany, that's what I'm saying. You kind of I'm not saying you're humble bragging. I'll say you're being modest then, okay? Because even though you're not, six the goddess, right? Her archetype. Obviously, there's something about you that men find you attractive on, as to where you may see you guys being different, but all in all, when it comes to whatever a man's going to choose, you may be somewhere not exactly the same, but within the same hemisphere or the same, you know what I'm saying, in the same motherfucking realm.
This is why I said all of us can smell it, and I have
But
a
but
different
no, Brittany, no, stop, no, Brittany, listen, see that, and now this is where I have to take over and let you know is that once a woman reaches a certain level of unattractiveness, she's a man, so she'll never notice it. When a bitch starts looking
Bro,
like
that's
TD
hilarious.
Jakes, she looked like TD Jakes, Forrest Whitaker, and Kodak Black. She's a man. No man. I'll be like, hey, she get pounds and she get asked like where the weed at, and hey man, you want to go work on some
Nah, that's
cars?
cat.
That's
That's
it.
cat.
Mr.
That's cat.
Fantastic.
Come on, stop it now.
I
Nah, that's
am
cat.
very
That's cat.
aware
I gotta call
of.
cap on that one.
I know, Lee. Hold on. I'm very aware, and I have a different perspective on that type of attention because I've been built a certain way for a long time. So you have to be careful what type of attention you get when you've been built like this when you were 14, 15, 16, all the way up to 30,
Well, of
whatever I
course,
am.
we don't want to
So
talk about
there's
anything tragic.
ways I
Built like what?
energy.
But Brittany, and that's what I'm saying, Brittany. So either way it goes, you obviously have something that men are attracted to. What I'm telling you is there are
That's
women.
my mind.
Of course it is, Brittany. Okay, what? Sure, all right, but
I wish Logic was here because Logic would say it the
Yo,
way I want to
fantastic.
say
You
it.
about to make
But
a
I
crazy
gotta
point.
be.
Like
Married men.
you about to basically say that men not attracted to box because even though she ugly, she still got a box. There's some guy out there that's gonna be attracted to the fact that
This
she
is
just
why
got
I
a box.
say
That's
no,
what
he's
I'm
not.
saying.
No, he's not. A man take brother. Let me say this: a
Sorry.
dude taking advantage or opportunity of a woman that's throwing sex at him doesn't mean he's attracted to it. It just
I
means
never said throwing sex at him. Fantastic. I never said that. I just said that it's gonna be somebody out there that's probably at low self esteem, whatever. Because we're talking about a girl that's not attracted to 90% of men. Some guy gonna think that I can hit that. So
Do y'all
to
not
say that
notice
she
how the conversation always leads to saying something about women or this is better women, like without keeping it centered on the conversation? You'll
Yes,
you'll end up talking about their look, and it'll show what you truly value them for. You have no really
and
no
this is why
interest in
I
their
said
mind.
all women can read this, Aaron. It's
I
not
know.
rocket science to see where conversations go, how men operate, and what they do or say. Even if you want to be like, oh, we choose them for this and choose them for that. Okay, sure you do. Until you get into a motherfucker presence and you can't leave them alone. So
oh,
again, please.
again, listen, I'm not one of these. Hey, I don't get the 8 9s of dimes. I'm not this nigga that all I deal with is tens and bad bitches. But I'm telling you this, I do not pay attention to twos and fews and fours and belows, bro. You will never see me approach a woman that's a twos and fews and four and below. And at this point in my life, I'm not even entertaining if they throw it at me. She getting turned down. Okay,
Wait,
and that's
Fantastic.
beautiful.
You
And that's
do
good that you're in
entertain.
that
Fantastic.
situation, but that doesn't mean it's not a guy out there that won't. That's what we
Jay
saying.
Bizzle,
Wait,
here
wait,
you
wait,
go.
y'all. Don't
Here,
let
here you
Fantastic.
go.
You
Don't
guys
let
can't
Fantastic.
say, y'all
Wait,
have
wait,
to just
wait.
talk about sleeping with women, right?
Don't
Y'all just
listen.
have
Don't.
to do it, huh?
Aaron,
Hey,
I am
y'all.
going
Don't let
to
Fantastic.
be
Do
a
not let
lady
Fantastic.
and
Do,
leave this conversation.
Britt, do not let Fantastic lie to y'all. Okay, he likes those twos and those threes as long as they
No,
got 2 zeros. As long as they got 2 zeros behind them.
yeah, 2 zeros. Yeah. They fine, brother. They sevens are better. All right. Y'all little fellas, man, don't look at weight the same way I look at weight. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all just can't do it. So I'm gonna try this again.
And
When
Aaron,
they're,
you don't think every woman sees this? It don't matter what she look like. She see how
I got your point. I
she
got,
can do whatever and be like, bet. I know exactly what he's saying because his actions is speaking way louder than his words. He don't know how to move with swag, with whatever. He
no,
got
I got your point.
talking to Jay Bizzle that don't even know how to stay poised. And you think motherfuckers don't know how y'all move? My hand was going like this. That's hilarious.
No,
You said I can't stay poised.
Come on.
I'm gonna try this again. When you see a woman on a panel with a man, what do you expect to happen, or what are you hoping for happen? How is that a good how is it a good viewing for you when you see a woman on a panel with men in their conversation? What are your expectations?
I know you asked the men, and I do apologize. In my opinion, I think they want them to be quiet and be a face. And I always say a quiet woman is a dangerous woman, but you guys do want them to be a certain way and be a certain way, at least in this space. I can say that. There are some conversations that I see with people where there's a nice back and forth. And I thought JB was going to go this route. If there is a panel that has that nice dialogue, it's a great way to see that we can interact with each other, have great conversation, have great dialogue, and that we do love each other. But the fact that there's always this combativeness is because people jump on the wrong panels because their egos get whatever. So if I get on an Angry Man panel and I know how Angry Man talk, what you think I'm getting up there for? To combat Angry Man. So now you got an Angry Man and a girl who nickname used to be DMX trying to have a conversation. That's not going to be a good look. It don't show we love each other. It means I'm about to come up here with my ego to fight your ego because what you said was wrong, in my opinion.
Damn, who used to be called DMX?
But Brittany, what you just described was pretty much that's how Kevin Samuels had it set up, yo. If you really think about it, Kevin Samuels know what the fuck he was doing, yo. He was throwing them crazy ass titles out there, like what is it like if you 35, you're gonna
This
die
is
a
not
little
my
stuff
question.
like that.
This is not my question. I see what y'all
Well,
gonna do. I'm gonna try this
well,
again.
well, no, I can answer it.
Ask the
I can
question
answer it,
again,
Aaron.
Aaron.
I knew it
Let
was for the
well,
men.
well, I can answer it. Listen,
That was ego, Poppy. That was ego talking. That was
what I,
ego when they called in Kevin Samuel's show because his topics were something they were like, hell no, that's wrong. Let me go tell
Yeah.
this man, and then boom, now you got content. So
well, yeah, and I would say a
I'll start
two
talking about you again.
a great debate or a great discussion is two opposing positions and the people being able to just hey, make their points even if you don't agree, or have some concessions at some point in time and come to a middle ground, or just to hey, we agree or disagree and move on, just the information getting put out and it not being nothing too crazy happen, it not devolve down to nigga them, for the most part. So that's what I would look forward to. But unfortunately, like you said, Brittany brought a great point. A lot of people aren't able to keep the emotion out of a discussion or debate, and then it usually devolves down into something else over a person getting offended because it's a miscommunication or not understanding the point somebody's trying to make, and then not having the willingness to be able to try and get an understanding and let the person explain it out. And it's like people are looking to get offended, but at the same time, like I said, that's a part of the entertainment and shock value of it too.
Can you ask the question again, Aaron?
Yes. When you see men and women on panels engaging in a conversation, what type of conversation do you hope to expect, or what do you think is going to happen?
So, let me answer that. I think women lose their womanhood when they get on these panels.
First start what you want to happen when you see it.
Well, I would hope it'd be a productive conversation, and we get to specifically. I would hope that we can get, let's say the female perspective on something, because there are certain things that it might be useful to hear from the woman's side, how they look at things and how they really think and whatnot. But that's what I would hope, and I think that's wishful thinking. 9 times out of 10, we don't really actually get that. So what really usually happens is that most women, when they get on these panels, they lose their womanhood. That's what I've noticed, at least, is that they lose their womanhood because they start going at it with men. And it's just like nobody wins if you really look at it like that. Like nobody wins, right? The women lose their womanhood, and then you got a man arguing with a woman, right? So it's like that's what a lot of these conversations devolve into.
Yeah. So what I'm finding is that when I hear these conversations, people are like, I just want to hear a civilized conversation. And I ask, where does that exist at? Where do you guys go to get these civilized conversations? And they rarely ever have an answer for that. And if people really truly want to civilize conversations, how come the channels with the least amount of civilized conversations are the most popular?
Oh, we love drama, man. We love ratchet shit.
But Aaron, since I got here, man, I got here with the mind of it's gonna be 70% entertainment, 30% truth. Man, I was completely wrong, bro. This is 95% entertainment and 5% truth at this point, bro. Because like you said, you hit it, you hit it right where it need to be hit, yo. Like, especially like on that Fight Club, your baby. That's your baby right there. These motherfuckers stay up late just to watch drama, because that's what people go over there, to go at each other. the shit start good. You start the shit good, whatever, saying what you have to say. But once you get off that mic, you're gonna get a girl. Girls, I think females like to irritate men on purpose at this point, bro. That's what I believe. They like to get on this. Not all of them, of course. We're not talking about 100%, but the majority of these girls that get on these panels, they like to irritate these niggas, like, and then they start playing tennis. Oh, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Oh, but if you wasn't a baby mama, we wouldn't have the quote unquote Pookie and Ray Ray. And then the other one like, well, if the government keep me at it goes back and forth. You see what I'm saying? So they just want to see this. People want to see this function, bro. They love to see this function.
I don't know.
See, Poppy, I don't think I don't actually like to see it, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't entertaining. If you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't actually get joy out of seeing, honestly, in general, and I'm not even a blackity black, I don't get joy out of seeing black folks going at each other like this, right? So on, like, in terms of like just enjoying it, like, I don't think I actually do, but it isn't like you do get a laugh or two a lot of times, right? Like when shit gets wild and it's just, it gets funny, right? But then you know, a couple minutes later you think about it, you're like, man, this shit is like toxic as fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I don't know if I actually get joy out of it because I don't think I do.
So let me so how's it pronounced? Palafessa? I don't know.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay, no doubt. What you think about it?
Look, I think with the question is, I think we, at this point in this space, I think we all look towards spaces that have conversations that are constructive in manners with women. And for me personally, it really shows me a judgment of character on the men who are on the panels having conversation with these women than the women themselves. I hear a lot and I see a lot of content in the space talking about women's nature, being emotional, the one that is driven by emotions. And yet when we look at these panels, as soon as a woman gets crazy, all the men sort of jump into the same sort of vibration and they run through that. So I think that's a feminine temperament. And what I see is not men holding their own ground and having at least some logical sense in the way that they respond and being calm and chill. Anytime a woman throws out something that is delusional in any way, shape, or form, the men often really gets into a combative space. It's like, cool, you're a female, you believe in the things that you believe, let me explain. And if you don't, I'll wait until you finish.
No, that's a good point. I definitely see men. Impulse is the number one thing that I noticed. They all want to talk at the same time. So one go, and then they don't shut up. They just hope the other person shut up instead so they can talk. I noticed the impulse control, the lack of patience, all of those things. I think when women pop up, I think men just like being around women. And so when a woman pops up, I don't think they really value her insight. And so they look at how, if she's attractive enough, they're going to be distracted. If she's not attractive, then they'll probably listen to what she has to say, sadly. And so I see that happen a lot. The thing that I look for, right, this is why I'm focused. I just want to see who can beat each other in a debate, who can intellectually break down the other person effectively. Whether the woman knows that he's emotional and she can set the ground and the atmosphere to be like, I'm going to highlight how emotional he is and beat him that way. Or if a man knows that she's going to try to trigger his emotions, etc., and he sets the ground and beats her that way, I'm looking for that engagement. Now, I'm hopeful that it's respectful. A little banter here back and forth is fine, but that's what I look for. I'm like, oh, is this woman about to outsmart him right now? Or is he going to outsmart her? Is this, that? But sometimes that happens, but most of the times it goes to you ugly as hell. You ain't a real man. All these things just tend to temper up.
You broke.
Those things. So it just depends.
I
All right. Well, since there's a silent moment in there, I will say this to answer your question, Eric. What I expect when I go on panels, I expect that most people are in the mindset to whatever it is, the subject matter that we are discussing, that we all are doing is coming with our own perspective to arrive to a conclusion or to arrive to an agreement on what that subject is that we're talking about, hitting it from different angles. But what ends up happening is that when you ask a question, for example, if your question is a destination, and you got the GPS set on where this destination is supposed to go, what people are doing, they're derailing from that destination and going all type of different directions. And in this particular case, on a lot of panels, the GPS is telling you make a left turn to get back on track, but people don't know how to do that. They not listen to the GPS and saying get back on the street and head towards the destination that Aaron set. So that's to sum it up for me.
Yeah, and just to add on to some of the points being made, I think there's a lot of values that we can actually pass on to the men who are watching, because I've been in construction for the last 10 plus years, and I see a lot of young cats who are really risk averse when it comes to women. And they get on these spaces, you know, the red pill spaces, the manosphere, and they're throwing all kinds of wild things at women just because they're delusional. But when it comes to reality, when they're in front of a beautiful woman, they can't do the same thing. So when I look at panels like these, I think if a man is able to convince a woman to agree by saying no, that's value for the men who's watching. So if you read the comments on vast majority of these spaces, it's all agreeance with the men, even with the most ridiculous statements that they can make. But I think the value is, look, women who are not attractive, they get thrown a certain energy. Women who are attractive, it's a different type of energy. But if you get a character of a man who can sit here and have the same level of conversation with the two different type of women, I think that's more value than just going back and forth whether they're attractive or not.
Do you think people come on YouTube for value or entertainment?
I think people come for entertainment. I think this idea that we can get a quick dopamine hit by watching, you know, discourse on the internet really fuels us. But I think for me personally, when I look at these spaces, there's so much that we can offer as creators, or as you as creators, than just entertainment alone. I think in the last, I would say 3 months, speaking to a lot of men who I coach, young bucks too, it's getting to a point where they're getting sick and tired of just entertainment. The men that they revered and looked to are just entertaining at this point. It's just a quick money grab. I think there's a deep thirst within our communities for true values. You can still make it entertaining, no doubt, and this is the niche of the place we operate in. But I think value is, a lot of young men are really hungry for value. That's why that we look at character like Andrew Tate taking up so much of these attentions.
So the reason why, if you simplify, the reason why I say people are never going to get this financial literacy in school, because the people that actually understand it don't have the time to teach it, right? And the reason why is if the best value that you can get, it has the least amount of views and the least amount of financial support, it's not going to encourage somebody that's putting a lot of effort and time into doing stuff like that to actually do it. So it's counterproductive, because if I'm spending 5-6 hours putting a show concept together, right? And you guys, oh, I really like that. That's much more different than the other thing, but you don't support it. You don't financially support those type of things. But then the chaos, right? The back and forth, the women bickering, bringing the OnlyFans girls on the channels and back and forth, and that's getting the most support. Why would it make any sense for someone to put that level of time and effort unless they're already filthy rich to do that? It took, like, logically it would make sense. Go ahead.
So Aaron, what's your name again? Paulo. I can barely see it.
Just say Paulo.
Paulo. Yeah. So I don't know if you noticed, but I think the two views that you just presented, I think they're logically inconsistent, and you may not realize it, right? So you mentioned how, and correct me if I'm wrong, how you have worked with certain young men that on the internet present themselves a certain way, but then in real life they're different. Is that what you mentioned that, right? And then you or earlier you spoke about how when men are on these panels with women, you notice how they basically get out of frame. And I think those two views are logically inconsistent. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you're essentially holding the men on these panels to the real life standard when they're on the panels, but you're also acknowledging that when they're on the internet, they behave differently from real life. Do you see what I'm saying? So like you're holding them to a standard that you've already acknowledged that you don't actually see them living. So you don't see them behaving the same way on the internet as they behave in real life. So then why hold them to that
Ultimately, I
standard?
want consistency. So if you're the same on the internet, you should be the same in
But you're
reality.
saying, but what I'm saying is that you're saying they're not, right? And I think to a certain extent you're correct. So if that's the case, then that's a logically inconsistent perspective. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Not entirely. My point of content is, if you're not about it in real life, you shouldn't behave the same way online.
But we know that's not
I
true.
think-
Like, we know that's not true because we know just naturally being on the internet, right, being behind a screen. I mean, even when you're on the phone, right? Even if you're talking to somebody on the phone, right? If you get into an argument with the person, you're likely to yell louder on the phone than you would yell at them in person. Right? So we know this, we know it's not true. There's something almost naturally that makes your interactions with people, when you're not physically in front of them, different than if you're in front of them.
Yeah, and that can be contributed to many things, a false sense of security, because the imminent reaction is not directly in front of you. I'm not arguing that should be the case. What I'm arguing for is that you should be consistent. I think that's cowardice if you act a certain way based on the medium that you communicate through.
But you don't seem to hold the women to that same standard, right? Because I think one of the things I've noticed, and it's what I was highlighting earlier when I said women lose their womanhood, is that if we're being honest, a lot of times, like I've had back and forth with women on these panels, right? And after, I like to self-reflect a lot of times, and I'll reflect about the interaction I just had, and I realize it's like it's only on these panels that like I never have interactions with women like that in real life. But part of it is because I never have women like I never have like ratchet women around me. I never have women, being combative around me, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like there's something about these panels that is actually distinctly different, right? It's already different. By the moment you get on a panel and a woman is talking crazy, right? It's already different from anything you're going to experience in real life, right? Because I don't have any woman talking to me crazy in real life. So there's never an instance where I'm talking to her crazy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think this is where I've sort of missed what you're trying to get through. I don't hold women to be accountable to have a rational discussion. I think that's a male temperament. We hear it all the time. Male operate on logic, female operate on emotion. I know a woman's going to be emotional, depending on whatever I say, how she receives it, whatever tone or manner that I communicate that across. So I'm not going to hold them accountable to the degree I will hold a man accountable. Hence why I'm speaking from putting accountability on men in that sense. So if a woman is acting wild, that's her temperament. She's a female. She's chaotic. It's my job to bring some sense of order into that conversation and bring her back into and control the conversation in that way. If it's a losing fight, then I'll let it be.
But I think you're wrong on that, because if the moment a woman gets combative, she's behaving like a man, right? Like the moment a woman gets combative, I don't even look at you as a woman anymore. Like you're a man to me now, right? The moment she thinks she's like she can talk to you crazy or square up with you and whatnot, like it's like you're a man now. So you lose the I'm a woman, card, protection, whatever, right? You lose that because you're not behaving as one. So then we can't suddenly hold the men to that standard in terms of treating her like a woman when she's behaving out of pocket and as a man.
I think, let me gauge this in a way where I can understand it. Combativeness, that you're qualifying combativeness over the internet as a manly or masculine temperament. The worst a woman can do is scream louder. That's the worst she can do. And I will never view her otherwise. But if it's in reality and she's squaring up and she's right in front of my face, then I can agree with you. But over the internet in a panel, the worst she could do is either cam out or scream louder. So it doesn't faze me in that particular, sense. Hence why I have the sort of standing that I have in terms of that. She could get louder, but she's great. You can get louder. Fine. The conversation's still here. So when you're ready, we can carry it on. Do you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I think you saying the women discussion is pointless. This is a man on man discussion.
Pause.
And I think what these spaces have done is that they've poisoned what it means for a woman to be an emotional being. It's been poisoned to the point that it's taken as a negative route. My wife for 7 years, the way I look at her, she's an emotional being. And I wouldn't want her to be any less than what she is. She gets out of place sometimes, but that's who she is as a woman.
No.
Poison a vast majority of these.
No, I mean, no, I have to disagree with this real quick. I agree with you that women are emotional and we should treat them as such and we should accept them as such. I actually think I agree with you 100% on that. However, it's what you're describing as emotional that I disagree with. Like, just because you're emotional does not mean you actually get to yell at me. Doesn't mean you get to talk to me out of pocket, right? It's just not something I tolerate at all. I don't care. I don't care that you're emotional, right? It doesn't give you a green light to just talk crazy and then just say, oh, I'm emotional because I'm just behaving like this because I'm a female. No, you're not gonna talk like that, right? And that's my point, is that I think maybe this is not every man, but I think a lot of times when men get into it with women on the internet, they don't even see them as women anymore, right? Because you're going at it with a woman that's behaving like a man, right? And it's like, I'm not even looking at you as a woman anymore. I have to check myself real quick to realize, hold up, that is still a female, right? Because she's behaving like a man. So I have to take a step back real quick and realize, like, I'm actually talking to a female.
I think what you guys are not highlighting is that we're growing up in a world where men or boys are taught to see women as, or girls as, equals. That's what they grow up as. And so what you'll find is that when they grow up and realize, no, you're actually supposed to treat women completely differently. And the sad part is not equal. Different, not equal. Probably not less than humane, but not equal. And you treat men like men, you treat women like women, and they're growing up in environments when they're like, hey, no, that's not right. You should treat us just like you treat another man. I can do what men can do, et cetera, et cetera. Then they grow up to an age where they realize, what the hell was y'all telling me? That's not actually going to work. So then they realize they're behind the 8 ball, because there are some people that already had that information and they're operating on bad information. No different than when women say, my mom didn't teach me these things. I didn't learn these things growing up, right? So then these men are backing up, identifying and say, hey, look at these podcasters. They're really good at dealing with these women. They're really good at understanding. So they're trying to learn something from them. Now, I agree. Sometimes it's not the most effective. It may not be what they should learn, but that's what the space that they're growing up in. So when you're saying men shouldn't do these things, you have to realize they are boys first, growing up in a world where they're taught to see women and treat them as equals. And you don't learn you're not supposed to do that for a good amount of time. So you have to reprogram that. It's a very difficult thing to do for a lot of people. So you guys might look at, oh, they're incels, this and that. I'm looking at it as, oh, okay, they probably got some bad information down there seeking. This is why a guy like Andrew Tate is 14 billion views. Blow my mind. But somebody said he got that many freaking views. That's crazy, but it makes sense, because there are men that are searching for newer information than which they received if they grew up around women. Because most women do not tell their sons, hey, listen, you probably, man, you need to act this way and treat a woman like this. They tend to not do that. So there's a lot of obstacles to overcome and readjust at an older age, which I think is pretty difficult. So it makes sense how men are engaging in these conversations sometimes.
But
I understand that. It's like an epiphany. So it's like somebody being woke up out of sleep, and it's real shocking to them. Wake somebody up out of their sleep. But when he says somebody's being fake on here, I think he's talking about men. Am I right, Paolo?
Run that back.
Are you talking about the men are fake on here? Or is your discussion about women?
My discussion is around temperament.
Temperament of men or women?
Both men and women, and how we interact in these spaces.
Oh, okay.
But Aaron, do you think the internet is a place for men to trying to learn how to be a man kind of thing, yo?
So that's not the what I think is irrelevant, right? I identify what is. I don't talk about this, that. I say what is. So, do I think that is a good space? Possibly. Because I can argue it depends on how you learn, right? So, I learn differently from other people. One of the reasons that me and Anton even got cool was because I saw him going off, and people was like, man, I don't like that you bragging this, that. It didn't affect me at all. Because I'm smart enough to know sometimes people use tactics. Sometimes people act a certain way to push people out the way. And I was always a different type of thinker, so it never bothered me. But if you think a certain type of way, it may not be effective for you. But somebody like me, it is effective because I'm identifying things. So it depends. Now, realistically, what you're really asking is, should the majority of men be on YouTube trying to learn how to be a man? Of course not. But everything is moving to a social dynamic and internet, like to the point where you could actually send a message to Jay-Z and it's a possibility he could respond. That's how far we've come. So when you think about that, realistically, yes, you can learn things on the internet. How do you find the right people to learn from is the complicated part. And I think that's where the issue predominantly lies, because there are some pretty dope guys on here that we can say, I would want my son to learn from them. So it just depends. But are these men that are learning from them raised by women or by fathers? So that's what your question is. Should a boy who ain't got no dad around, ain't got no uncles around to teach him, surrounded by aunties and moms, where else would he go if he don't have the ability to attain that? And the easiest thing for you to do is go on the internet.
Aaron, I think that's a shaming tactic, brother. I really do, and I don't know if Poppy's trying to do that right now, but I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a shaming tactic when we say, "Oh, these men are coming to the internet to, you know, what I'm saying, to learn how to be men." Right. The reality is this: is that a man should be looking for information to better himself, right? Regardless of where he finds that information, right? You should be looking for information to better yourself. It just so happens that a lot of men do grow up without male figures, fathers, etc. And so if they find it on the internet or on YouTube, I think that's perfectly fine. I think there's this movement to shame the men coming to these spaces, right? Just for trying to, learn how to be a man because they never learned it from another man, from their father or their uncle or whatnot. And I just don't see the point in doing that. Like, because there is a benefit if they're actually learning, right? If they're actually learning, I don't see the problem with that.
But JB, the reason why I asked is because I was gonna say this, bro. Like, I was talking from the man and woman relationship aspect, because I find it impossible that a nigga online talking to me from a goddamn stranger link, right, can teach me how to interact with women. I can teach you all the tricks in the book.
Poppy.
One thing, hold on one second. One thing is me telling you, yo, do this, say this, say that. And another thing is you applying what I'm telling you. It's two completely different type of things right there, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I could tell you this, right? A lot of people say I speak well. I learned that from TV. I literally watch TV shows, watch how people responded, watch how they spoke, how when people spoke like this, they responded like this. And I said, oh, wow, maybe I should make adjustments. And I learned to effectively speak through TV. And I'm a natural, and people might think I'm a natural speaker, but I learned from television. One of my favorite shows was Dawson's Creek. Love that damn show. Katie Holmes was my baby. I love Katie Holmes back then, of course. Okay. I learned from a lot of shows. So I'm saying reasonably, you can actually learn how to talk to women, but will it give you 100% of what you need to actually have the guts to do it and go through it? No. But if I learn what to say, learn that they might respond me this way, see 1,000 women have the same question, and then I say, man, let me try it out in real life. And I go out and I get a similar response. I go, okay, that might have been effective. Now, I may not get the same response that you might get from a woman because you might be a little more. But I'm saying I did it, and the thing I saw on those podcasts, it did kind of happen. So even though it ain't 100%, now I could take that experience. I might be willing to try it again. So there are things you can learn. And yes, you can learn how to talk to women. Does that mean you're going to be good at it and receive the response that you want? Not necessarily.
But Aaron, the reason why I say that, Aaron, is because look, give me a percentage. the amount of lying that women be doing on this panel. Give me like
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
No. It's just for the fun of it. Like when we talk about relationship, right? When they get on this panel and telling you all of this, how much capping do you think they do from 1 to 100, bro? From 0 to 100.
I just broke one video down of how much capping we just saw.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, bro. You cannot learn. This is for me. You cannot learn how to like maneuver to these women, bro, through the internet. It's impossible because one thing what these women telling you on this goddamn when you put a camera on the women's face, they gonna lie, son. You just gotta learn this shit live in front of you, bro.
Wait, you need a camera for them to lie?
So Poppy, two questions.
I thought they just lie without a camera.
No, because over here they be fronting, so JB. They all hold on one second, bro. They all tell you this the dumbass fuck this aspect, this crazy like that, bro. My man Aaron B just broke down. 150 bands and shit like that. Yeah, she possibly got fucked by one or two of those guys, but that's probably not her regular thing to do, yo. You see what I'm saying? They be lying so much, yo. I be laughing because look, bro, in real life, these bros, they don't ask me none of these fucking questions, man.
Right. They just bang you. But Poppy, two questions. Is it self-taught or do you have extended family?
Oh man, my family, I got a huge family side on side.
So you got uncles and so you got extended family.
From my father's side, I got 13. I got 9 uncles and 4 aunties. From my mama's side, I got 7 uncles and 4 aunties.
Same with me. So here's the thing: a lot of these people don't have an extended family. They don't have nothing. They just kind of latchkey kids that come home to empty houses, and they clueless. And what can happen when you get on this internet, you can get into a rabbit hole of people that think like you. And now you outside quoting Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tate, and women are looking at you like you're crazy.
Again, I think. Listen, I think I just don't like the shaming tactic, though, right? Because I remember on one panel I heard this brother explaining.
Not a shaming tactic.
Hold up. Let me just finish, Nidus, right? I heard this one brother explaining why what the manosphere did for him, right? And honestly, when he explained it, I realized I could never relate, but I understand it. He was explaining how, he never met his daddy. And it turns out that his daddy basically ran off. Like after his mama gave birth to him, his daddy ran off. He never met him. And he explained how, like, he spent his entire life, being hurt by that, being like feeling traumatized by that. Now, we may say, man up and whatnot. But I mean, it's a reality. It's his reality. This man never met his father, right? So it would be strange of me as a man who has a relationship with my dad, a really good one, has always had my dad around, to say, well, why are you on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be a man from the internet when I had my father, right? But this man never even met his and has had to live with the fact that his father ran off. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand the point of shaming men for finding information, because that's effectively what the manosphere is. It's information. Now, the real issue is how you apply it, right? Are you just here, you know what I'm saying, again, to be entertained? Are you actually here to learn something, right? To self-improve, etc.? Because I think that's a good thing. I don't see the point of shaming those men because, it's the internet. Why are you looking for a daddy on the internet? To me, I don't get that.
I wasn't shaming on JB, bro, because to me I think that's ineffective, man. Because I actually blame one of the biggest reasons why like men and women got like some sort of problems is because the internet put niggas behind you. Really think about it. Now niggas is lazy. Now niggas just sending DNs and shit like that, 3 letters, WYD and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? That you kind of lose that, bro. And to me, the only way you become better, and when it comes just to relationship, is you have to be talking to a woman face to face, bro. You see, like I got into this whole internet. I don't even know how I end up over here. I'm gonna tell you how I got like.
But Poppy, but this is part that you're not understanding because you're of a certain age, so you have to understand this, right? We're in a different time, right? Women don't even want to give you their phone number. They'll say, I'll give you my social media because I don't know you. Kind of weird.
I'm 34.
I know. So they got to give you their social media or whatever, so before they get to know you, because they don't trust you to have a phone number, right? There are obstacles that exist that men have to go through. So a woman will tell you, I don't want a man to play games, right? But you sitting here, you got to have game when you talk to women. You see how counterproductive that is? A woman will tell you, I don't want a man to play games, but she wants you to be a smooth talker. She wants you to be smooth. Like, that don't make sense to a person that don't know that that's what you're supposed to want. So there is something effective about learning things online now, because all the women are online. Every single woman that's coming up under the age that we are going to be online, and they're going to be disqualifying you before you even talk to them. So you don't have no ability to get no real life experience if they're disqualifying you by what they learned on the internet. That's where they're learning stuff from. Listen, Black China just removed everything out of her. She's trying to redo it. There was somebody listen, I keep telling you, women idolize women. Men don't want to be other men. We just want their money. There's a huge difference for that. There's literally a woman that tried to look like Kim Kardashian. She tried to look like Kim Kardashian. There ain't no men that are trying to look like a man. The only other man that I read some about, he was trying to look like Ken the Barbie doll. You did what I'm saying? Like, men just want the money, and I like being me. Women see things from other women and want to be them. It's a different thing. So if they're learning online, they're getting their standards from a woman that they want to be like. So there's a lot of dynamics here that you have to understand, that men don't have an opportunity to not take the experiences that they find online, because they don't get these experiences in real life, because women want to talk to them online first before they see them in real life.
Yes, for the record, I want Aaron O's money with my swag, man. I want to be myself with this nigga money, man. He got all the money over there, yo.
Yo, speaking of what Aaron just said, I think some of that was cat, though. Hey, how you doing? I think some of that was cat. The part of not wanting to look like another man. I think it's some dudes out there that want to look like another man. I literally in high school had a dude tell me.
Your mic is.
Oh, my mic messed up.
Yeah, your mic right.
He all right. I adjusted it. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, my bad. Yo, in high school, I had a dude tell me, right, because I was the one. I was getting girls back to back, right. He literally told me, and I swear, he said, "Yo, I wish I was just like, I wish I could be just like you." I don't think he didn't say look, but he said, "I wish I could be just like you." And I was like, "What you mean?" It's like, "Bro, you." And now that, like, years later, I understood that he meant, like, yo, girls don't come to me like they come to you based off of how you look and how I look. So in a way, I do think it is that case. I just feel like women are more free with how they feel. They don't have society, i.e. men, telling them, like, men are constantly trying to bash other men for different things. Oh, you gay, oh, this and that. Oh, we gotta say pause on everything. This speaks to our mentality and why men wouldn't just be like, yo, I want to look like Aaron, yo. Aaron look like I look like Aaron in a second. Guy not gonna do that because he know that everybody gonna try to attack him. Women go. Hold on, let me just finish. I'm almost like, women are gonna go.
Play.
Yo, word. Go look like Britney Spears. That's what women gonna do. Men are gonna go, bro. What, you want to look like Aaron?
No, I get that, but see, I think men want to talk like certain other men. Like, man, he's smooth as hell. I can see that, right? They don't want to look like him though. Like that's a weird concept for a man.
Yeah.
Typically, like,
why is it weird? Explain that.
Well, and then you know what? When you think about it, unlikely what you just got done saying about the guy said he wanted to be like you, but then what was his reasons for wanting to be like you? Because he's seen what you had. To Aaron's point, he wanted what you got was those chicks. Not being you, but he wanted to be kind of like you because he's seen the benefits of being like a person like you. What were those benefits? Getting those chicks. So it was about him getting the chicks. The benefit.
But think about it. I was getting the chicks solely on how I look. So he wanted to be like me solely based on how I look. Like for example, I got light brown eyes. He got dark brown eyes. My hair was growing. He probably got a baldy right now. So it's like those aesthetics.
You wanted your swag.
It's not just the swag. It's,
you wanted your swag. That's it, bro. I never listen. I don't know everybody, of course. I never met a man that wants to be like another man. They want what they other men have. I give you that. You got me there. But like, talk about, oh shit, man, I can wait until I grow up so I could be like Jonathan Barronville. No, nigga. I like me. I like me, nigga. I would like to have their money. I would like to have their fandom. I would like to have their shit. But I love me. You see what I'm saying?
Because they got ways of saying things, you know, like in the hood, they had ways of saying things to tell you that another dude was like on, like dude, like the where I grew up in Chicago, they would say things like, "Hey man, hey T-Mac, man, he got a lot of hoes." That's his way of saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude is on, he got a type of swag about him that I want to get the hoes.
My point is this, though, and I think I keep going over my point, is that why is that dude that you just said getting the hoes? Take away from his cars and his money. It's because of how he looks that women are attracted to him. So when a guy's like, yo, I want to be like him, he getting all the hoes, subconsciously because again, in the manosphere, well, that's new, but men are always bashing men for these type of like just how Poppy just was like, yo, nah, that's weird as hell. But in reality, is it? Is it to want to look better? Because is it
okay? Well, hey, unlikely.
Better?
I'll raise you one. I know. Look, this is not. I'm just using this as an example. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. No matter what people think, dude. I think to myself, for example, you know, who was Beyonce with? Do you really think I want to downgrade to look like Jay-Z to get Beyonce? That's a downgrade for me. I look way better than Jay-Z. I don't care what nobody. People can look at Jay-Z money all they want to. I know I'm a way better looking guy than Jay-Z. I would not say I would not say I want to be like Jay-Z and look like Jay-Z. No,
but you not making. It's crazy that y'all not.
You got to conflate that the money.
He's jumping off my point. The argument would be. Hold up, JP, just real quick. The argument would be then Jay-Z wants to look like you. Then he wish he probably could look like you and still be Jay-Z. You see what I'm saying? I'm basing it off of the attraction that because women are attracted to men based off of how they look as well. It's not just money and fame and all that other stuff people like to complain about. Jay-Z probably want to look like you. In his darkest, I wish I could look better. Because dude's been calling Jay-Z ugly forever, yo. Dude's been calling Jay-Z
What about
ugly
Idris
forever.
Elba? What about Idris Elba? You don't want to look like Idris Elba?
I know I look better than him.
There's two things.
Yo, they gonna gas that guy. Elba, he just look like some normal ass dude.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I think a lot of famous stuff get to people's head and clouds them. I mean, they throw Denzel in. I look better than Denzel too.
Major pause on this conversation.
Bro, come on, let's be real, man.
But look, y'all making my point. You gotta pause and all this stuff. Yo, if I ask Poppy, let me ask you a question. Have you ever met a cuck, a dude that that will allow his girl to mess with other dudes?
Lee, we not gonna do this, Lee. Stop.
No, right? So that's my point. No, that's my point. Is that men will not tell you these truths. They will hide them because we understand that men are super judgmental. So we never really getting the truth from men.
But
we getting what men want to say out into the world, so other men won't judge them.
Wait. So Lee, you wanted to be like another man and look like him and all that stuff. Who was that guy?
No, it wasn't about wanting to look like him. Say if I saw somebody who had lighter eyes than me, I'd be like, yeah, I wish I had some eyes, bro. Women be like, yo, the fact that I got light eyes is the reason why most chicks been on me for sure. And then all the other factors as well. But yeah, if I saw a dude who, I'm on South Beach, this dude got mad muscles, I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get ripped like son. Yeah. Come on, man.
But the problem is that's not you could attribute that. You could see any random person with muscles and cut their head off, right? And you wouldn't really want to be that person. You'd be looking at a physique, which you could attribute that to any random person in the world, right? So I think it's the imagery you're trying to explain, but I don't even think that's common. I think most men think if I got some more money, I would level up very quickly.
Hey, Lee,
I don't think that.
Hey Lee, you be looking over like, damn, look at those abs, right? Pause.
Yo, I don't look over. I just be like, yo, bro, you got a nice frame. That's what I tell him.
Oh God, please stop, Lee, please.
I can't.
Y'all making my point. The space with men is an uncomfortable one. Now, Now I've been around a lot of white dudes. White dudes are way different than black dudes.
Oh God.
They don't do this gay shit that y'all do. They don't even say the
Are you
pause word. They
seriously?
never.
No, he's actually kind of right about that. No, real talk. I can actually no, listen. Lee is actually kind of right about this. I will give this. Like
Never
we
heard a white
do
man say
listen,
pause.
black men do look at masculinity in a certain way compared to other men. I mean, it's something, listen, if you have non-black friends, it's something you actually notice. Like there's certain games sometimes that white men don't even think is pause worthy. And I'm sitting there like, nah, we not doing that. And I have like, you know what I'm saying? And I have to realize
I don't
like,
know
damn,
why
we
Poppy
are
got
different.
background noise. I don't know what it is.
You said what?
No, Poppy has background noise, so I got to mute him in between. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely coming from you, bro. I don't know what it is. It's not super loud, but it's enough, just enough to tamper with it.
All
But
right,
yeah,
sorry, man.
Lee is definitely kind of right on that. I will admit that. Like
No, I
I've
agree
made that
because
observation
I know
before.
that's true. We know that's
Even
true,
the
but
pranks they do, bro. Even the pranks they do, it
but
should be
there's
gay
a
as
reason
hell.
for that. Hold on. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Our women don't respond the same way that white women respond to that. Our women have a higher level of what they think. The reason why Kevin Samuels would say things like, "Man, we gotta be 6. We gotta have the big thing. We gotta get all this money. We gotta be super." Black men have to be super extra just to be normal. And when you understand that, sorry. So when you understand that, you have to look at it like this. Our women are very particular type of women. Black men are viewed way more I don't know if it's right or wrong, way more masculine than any other men. That's how they're viewed way more than white men.
That is correct. That is
just
correct.
viewed differently. Our women have different requirements. Okay, like the requirements they have for a black man is not the same that they have for a white man. I'm sorry. It's different. We're viewed differently. We're uniquely different for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's true. Our women don't play the same way that other women do. There's slight differences.
Aaron, I will give you an example, right? So one of my friends, right? He's a white dude, obviously. And remember when they was doing that challenge? I think it was like the light switch challenge where they flip the switch and then they switch their clothing, and he's wearing. And I always thought that challenge was, you know, fruity as hell, right? And then he did that challenge, and he just thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's like in that moment I had to realize, like, you know, like I know bro's not gay, right? I know that, and it's just like I'm sitting there thinking, like, to me, it's just something's weird about this challenge. I'm not wearing no female clothes under any circumstances, right? But to him, he just think, oh, I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I do realize, like, situations like that make me realize, like, we are different, very different culturally when it comes to that.
I mean, I kind of get what y'all saying, but like with white people, I still to this day have not had nobody like try to, you know, I don't know if they say it's a guy code. Nobody has ever spoken to me and talked to me while we standing next to each other at a urinal, black or white. We don't sit there being, hey, how's it going, bud? You know what I mean? So when y'all see what I'm getting at? Like white people we face forward. We not even looking off to the side or nothing. We just stand forward. We get done, shake, we walk off and go wash our hands. But never once have I had anybody ever. So how's your day going? Like
I'm pretty sure Lee got something to say about this.
What does that have to do with what we just was talking about?
Well, when you made the comment and said like there's things that white people do that we might consider to be like gay, I was just saying like I've never had no white people speak to me while we're at the urinal. Because that's something that. So my point is that's something that a lot of people would consider to be, hey, you know, dudes don't talk to each other while they stand next to each other pissing.
I mean, yeah, that's obvious, but I'm talking about like a white dude to do some shit like they'd jump on you and shit. Like I had one.
We agree. I know exactly. They do way different
Yeah,
stuff.
they
I'm
be doing
surprised
some wild ass shit. You be like, whoa, bro.
I'm surprised MRM is challenging this because I mean, honestly, we gotta admit there is a difference.
No. I'm not challenging it. I'm just saying not all. I'm just saying there's spaces that they go into that they don't do these certain type. I guess you want to call them.
Saying that.
I mean, that's a crazy space. Nope, I don't think they gay because they do stuff that we would deem as like pause worthy. I just like JB said. I just think.
So Lee, do you do those stuff as well?
Yeah. With some of my friends, I do that shit, especially my white boy homies and shit. Like
you jump on their back.
Yeah, I jump on his back, bro. We be doing mad shit. We be doing dumb shit, bro. We be working out together. Like I grew up around Italians and Irish people. They were the same way. They wasn't like it was once I got around black people. It was all the pause and all the bro, that's gay as hell. I'm like, Man, bro, y'all all sound like some closet homos at this point. Like, because it was like, yo, I knew those dudes wasn't gay. If anything, they made me feel like they was less gay. You know, the
All
ones
right,
I was
yo,
growing up
Lee, I
with.
got you. Let me,
What?
Aaron, here's the best example of this, right? If you got some white friends, some white homies, right, and you go to the club with them, that's where you see the biggest, in my experience, that's where you see the biggest difference, right? Because they gonna just let loose, bro, and they do whatever. Like, I'm not saying
I don't
obviously
give
there's a
a fuck.
limit. Obviously there's a limit, right? But I'm just saying, like, the way that like white men can have fun, we have to admit there's something about it that's different compared to, like, niggas just want to stand at the wall. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to actually turn
Facts.
up, right? Whereas, like, when I'm with white friends, like, they just having fun. They become so carefree. This man could be, you know what I'm saying, the whatever he is in corporate America or whatnot. And then once he gets to the club, he's letting loose, right? We don't let
Facts.
loose like that. It's actually very different because there's a part of us that's like, man, that shit gay. Even if we know it's not, but we just don't want to even show that type of, like, it's almost like a form of vulnerability for black men.
That's true, man. I 100,000% agree. Like one of my white dudes got on the dance floor and like a circle crowded around him in Wynwood, and he started doing like
Did you say one of my white dudes?
yeah, one of my come on now. I don't like saying the N word, so I'll be saying dudes
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff. Chill.
He's saying
Right.
he's saying one
Like
of his
one of my
whites.
You got it.
yeah. Very stupid. Nah, I mean just you know what I mean. But yeah, he started like doing like a pump towards the air and shit. People was looking at him crazy, but the woman was right there, like, yo, you know what I mean? And he took something home. So it's like, I don't know, man. I lean more towards the fact of yo, be free, bro. Like just like he said, the dudes that play the corner and shit, those be the ones that, oh nah, that's gay, da da da. You gotta get over that, man. I
You
forgot
know
what the
what's
topic
crazy
was.
though, Lee? What's crazy is, like, I actually prefer the way we are, right? But at the same time, if I'm honest, like if we just keep it all the way a buck, when you do see, like, those groups of men just being able to, like, just be carefree like that in those moments, right? Because it's moments like the same guys, they'll go back to corporate America and just be very professional and whatnot. There is a part of you that I mean, maybe it's just me. If y'all really want to be honest, there's a part of you that feels a little envious. Like, damn, I wish I could be like that carefree. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. Like, there's a part of me that just doesn't feel comfortable ever getting to that level, right? Like, I'll see my white homie go on the dance floor and start twerking with the ladies, and to him, that's okay.
Oh
That's okay
God.
to him. Like, and
I
he's
think
not
that.
gay. I promise you, the dude is not gay. To him, it's perfectly
Yep.
okay to go and dance on
Hmm.
these women's laps and do all this shit. And it's like, to me, I'm like, there's not a world you ever see me do that shit.
It's 2023. You never know with these people, bro. That's all you need to
Nah,
know.
that's a fact. And like, man, that's a crazy topic. Like to think of why are they able, or why do we feel like they're able to do that, but when we do it, it's like, oh, that's gonna look gay. Is it because I like what is it like? Is it because the stereotype on black men about the whole like what is it? Because even when you watch Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, I don't know if y'all watched them. Andrew Schultz be saying some of the gayest shit. And like even Charlemagne said the same thing that you said. He said, "Yo, I'm envious that you could just be saying stuff like that, and no one comes at you and be like, yo, you gay, da da da. But if I do it, then I'm this, that, and the third." Go
So,
ahead,
so,
Aaron.
so, Lee, to answer your question is that's a conversation for another show. That's a conversation for another show because we're not having it tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Shout out to the panelists. Apparently, Lee got a lot he wants to let off his mind and tell us the truth about. We might have to find out on the next episode. But we ain't gonna find out tonight. So shout out to everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out. We'll continue to have the conversation. We gonna get up out of here.